Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Freeman Motorsports for the Wawa 250 at Daytona. We're in my dorm room, so we'll see how this works out. Can't talk too loud because I do have neighbors, but we'll continue to bring all the action tonight for what is the second Daytona race on the NASCAR Xfinity Series on one hot Friday night, especially where I'm at right now. It's pretty muggy out. We got the Sam Mayer shirt out, the defending winner right now in the Xfinity Series, coming off his victory at Watkins Glen. And just going to do a quick audio check here to see if me whispering sounds goofy or not. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I know we have not been live consistently this year, but you know what? Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's make live streaming cool again. Appreciate everybody watching. Let's see. Is audio okay? All right. Okay, let's try not to whisper as hard. So okay, here I'm gonna try and speak up. Gonna figure out what we feel comfortable with here. All right. Thanks to everyone watching. Okay. Drop a like if you haven't already. Vote in the poll on who you think's gonna win. Okay, looks like I have to update the poll sometimes. It does not go through exactly on the viewer's end. But I'm just gonna... Oh, wrong thing. Hold on. Getting used to the new setup, guys. We got 3 screens I'm working with, which you might think might be better than the old setup, but new system, new things to test out. Hopefully all will be good for the race tomorrow night. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We got 100 laps of action, 250 miles of racing coming up here tonight. Looking for possibly an underdog winner. Hopefully this race does not go till midnight and 4 overtimes like it did last year. Just setting up the poll right now for the chat. Well, in the poll, our options are going to be, always got to consider Austin Hill at these Xfinity Series. I mean, half of his wins in his career in the NASCAR Xfinity Series are on super speedways. So always got to keep him on your short list of who could possibly win at Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta. It feels weird now saying a third super speedway. Atlanta. Oh gosh, this Allgaier. And also don't forget Justin Haley's competing in this race in the 10 car. He knows how to get it done at Daytona in both the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series. The place of his lone Cup Series win. He's hoping to make it 2 Cup Series wins at Daytona tomorrow night. Okay, there we go. We got our first chat. How you doing, Angel Wawa? Wawa forever. You know what? I'm not too familiar with Wawa other than whenever I go to Dover every year. You got Wawas over there in Dover, Delaware. They're always slammed before the race. My experience with them so far has been fairly positive, I must say. But, I mean, I'm not too committed to any gas station brand. Okay, I actually know Love's. Right now, Love's is probably the best gas station brand out there to me, if I had to choose one. We're on the road to 3,500 subscribers, guys. Just 24 away tonight. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We're going live from the dorm room. Oh, gosh. Hold on. So, yeah, drop a like for being first time live from the dorm room. Gonna sync up the headphones, make sure the audio's all good. And we got it all set up. Yeah. Okay, now we'll go through your starting order for tonight's Wawa 250, a place where an underdog can always win. Try not to grab the mic here. Let's get it in a good spot. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Your starting lineup on pole. You got Austin Hill in the 21. And I feel like the last couple of Xfinity Series races at play tracks have been, the front row has been swept by the RCR cars. You got Austin Hill and his teammate Sheldon Creed still searching for that first NASCAR Xfinity Series win almost got it at Watkins Glen, but threw it away with just one lap to go, letting Sam Mayer pick up his second NASCAR Xfinity Series win. And speaking of row number 2, we got Sammy Smith in the 18 rolling off from 3rd, and Chandler Smith in the 16 rolling off from 4th. Row number 3, Parker Kligerman, who has come oh so close to also getting a NASCAR Xfinity Series win, is looking to get it done tonight. And in row number 3, you also have Daniel Hemrick in the 11, looking to get just his second NASCAR Xfinity Series win. And then in row 4, Jonathan Nemechek and Trevor Bayne returns to the 19 for a couple races this fall. This being the first of those. In row 5, the number 10 of Justin Haley. Got to keep your eye on that 10 car tonight, I'm telling you. And in the 22, not in his typical car number, Jeb Burton running a throwback to his father. Rolls off from the 10th position, but he will have a pass-through penalty on the first lap. All the Jordan Anderson cars failed tech, I believe, 4 times, and they got given a pass-through penalty on the first lap. All right, thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's go on. Row number 6, the 00 of Cole Custer, and the 7 of Justin Allgaier. On row number 7 is the 8 of Josh Berry and the 1 of Sam Mayer. In row number 8, you got, believe it or not, look at that, heavy hitter right there. Or not heavy hitter, but underdog performance. Joey Gase in the 35, qualified P15. Okay. And then in 16th, you got the 98 of Riley Herbst. Hold on, I gotta pull up my trusty leaderboard. In row number 9, you got the 9 of Brandon Jones and the 26 of Kaz Grala. In row 10, 2 underdogs, Kyle Weatherman, and the 78 of Anthony Alfredo, who is running full-time, so if he were to get a win, he would be in the playoffs. In row number 11, the 92 of Josh Williams, and the 25 of Brett Moffitt. In row 12, the 31 of Parker Retzlaff, another one of those Jordan Anderson racing cars that's going to have to do a pass-through penalty, but don't forget, at the first race of the season, Parker Retzlaff got his first career top 5 in that 31 car. And then in row number 13, you got the 02 of Blaine Perkins and the 38 of Joe Graff Jr. In row 14, Jeffrey Earnhardt and his teammate. And the 43, Ryan Ellis. In row 15, the number 24 for Sam Hunt Racing, Connor Mozak. And the 44, the owner of Alpha Prime Racing, Cesar Baccarella. In row number 16, the 91 of Alex Guente. And the 51 of Jeremy Clements. And in row 17, the 08 of Greg Alding. And the 07 of J.J. Yaley. In row number 18, the 53 of Natalie Decker. In the 6 of Garrett Smithley. And rounding out your field, these cars did not post a qualifying time because of how many times they failed inspection. The 27 of Jordan Anderson and the 39 of Ryan Sieg. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that is your starting lineup for tonight. All right. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Now, keep in mind the stages tonight. The distance of stage number 1 and stage number 2 is going to be right at 30 laps, with the final stage being 40 laps. The fuel window is 48 to 50 laps, so we're not going to see any green flag pit stops here today, but you could possibly see people maybe try to make stage 1 and stage 2 on just one tank of gas. I doubt it, so that happen. I think tires could be a more interesting factor. People may be trying to gamble on tires, gamble on fuel. We'll see. Because you could decide to do the race in 3 stops or do it in 2 stops. But coming into tonight, on the cut line, Riley Herbst is just 3 points to the good. Sheldon Creed, 22 points to the good. And Daniel Hemrick is 28 points to the good. Then 3 points to the bad is Parker Kligerman. And technically who's still within range is Brandon Jones, 61 to the bad. Beyond that, Brett Moffitt, Kaz Grala, Anthony Alfredo, Jeremy Clements, all those drivers are must-win scenarios. But just as we saw last year, the defending winner of this race is the 51 of Jeremy Clements, who won at Daytona and won his way into the playoffs. He's trying to repeat history here tonight. But also, I would keep in mind the guys above the cut line. Herbst is 3 points to the good, but then Creed is 22 to the good. Hemrick is 28 to the good. Josh Berry, 106 points to the good. That might sound like a lot, but you just have one new winner here tonight, and he maybe crashes out as well. All of a sudden, he's only 30 points to the good, and we still got a couple races before the playoffs. Anything can happen. You could have Josh Berry, the driver that is now being given the 4-car in the Cup Series next year, miss the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. There's a world where that happens. Well, thanks to everybody watching so far today. We're bringing you all 250 miles of action here from Daytona. And you don't want to miss a minute of the action. Let me know if there's any problems with the stream, like lag or anything of that vicinity or that similarity. Hold on. I know I've not been live in a minute, but don't forget we will plan to be live for tomorrow night. Don't know what I'm going to be able to pull off or not since I am in college now. Got to deal with a roommate, things like that. Not that I don't like my roommate, Bill. You're not watching this, but don't have any problems with my roommate yet. The lights are out on the pace car, which means we will be going green next time. Bye. Get your votes in the poll if you haven't already on who you think is going to win tonight. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to get the win at Daytona in the Wawa 250. Going to try to bring the most energy that we can with adhering and not yelling in my dorm and annoying my neighbors. That's going to be the goal. All right. The lights are out on the pace car, which means we're going to be going green next time. By the field, working their way through turns 3 and 4 before we're set to do 100 laps and possibly more. Here the field comes. Into the tri-oval. Austin Hill on the outside. Sheldon Creed on the inside. The pace car pulls off and into the Geico restart zone. They go for the first time tonight. The green flag is in the air for the Wawa 250. Austin Hill with a good push from the top lane. Usually you see teammates work together on the restart, but Austin Hill not diving down to cover off his teammate as we shoot down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. And now Austin Hill looks like he's going to try to make that lunge to the bottom, but it's not there. Sheldon Creed now backing up, giving the 21 the space to pull down, but now Sammy Smith is going to bail on the 2 and jump to the top side behind Chandler Smith and leave Sheldon Creed out to dry. Now he's going to fade back and fall into the arms of, I believe, Parker Kligerman on the inside now. Give that 2-car push. Keep in mind the 48 is an affiliate with the 2 and the 21, so he's going to work as a teammate with Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill. Now Austin Hill still leads as Sammy Smith has jumped back down to the bottom to move up to second place, moving ahead of Sheldon Creed. That's some I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Some swift movement there on the opening lap from the 18 car. And Austin Hill is going to lead lap number 1 of 100. And now here come all the cars with pass-through penalties. The 22, the 7, the 39, the 31, and the 27 all having to do pass-through penalties here on lap number 1 for failing inspection too many times. Now they should be able to stay on the lap, especially because they don't have to make any sort of pit stop on pit road. But it's going to be a matter of staying in a draft together. And right now, looking at the 27 of Jordan Anderson, he is not near close enough to the back of the guys in front of him. He's probably going to lose this draft right here and be in serious jeopardy of going a lap down very early on. You don't want to put yourself behind the 8 ball before the race is essentially almost even began. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Austin Hill leads off of turn 4, lap number 2. He's going to be 2 for 2 out front. Chandler Smith and Daniel Hemrick in tow. That's already 2 Collard cars linked together. You're going to want to keep your eye on that. The Collard cars have been a force to be reckoned with in the past at these super speedways. You don't want all 3 to get linked together. Right now, Justin Haley's mired back the 5th car on the inside line, so he's not near his teammates for now. But Austin Hill leads the outside. Sammy Smith still leads the outside over Sheldon Creed and Parker Kligerman. Further back in the pack, they're making things 3 wide. The 20 car getting put in the middle and getting shuffled backwards, it looks like. Right now, everybody's starting to shift up to that outside line. Already the inside consists of only about 7 or 8 cars at the front of the field. And we got 3-wide battle going on just outside the top 10. You got the 10 on the inside, 20 in the middle, and the 78 on the outside. Is it too early for this, boys? We're about to find out. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, that's already 3 laps complete, and that's 3 laps Austin Hill's been out front. Sammy Smith is still side by side with the second-place car of Chandler Smith, who's on the outside line. And keeping tabs on the guys with the pass-through penalties. They were all able to make it out there without going a lap down yet. But it definitely looks like the 27 has pretty much lost that draft with the other 4 cars. We'll keep tabs on what that gap looks like and whether or not he's really officially lost that draft. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, we're up to 3,400. Oh, we're down to 3,475 subscribers. Make sure you drop it if you haven't already. Hey, Super Roofer. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I know we've been kind of inconsistent. Does it sound like I'm really whispering? Let me know in the chat. Like, I'm trying to speak up, but, like, I don't want to annoy my neighbors like I've said. Now that I'm in college dorm, live from the dorm for the first time. Okay, it does look like Jordan Anderson was able to stay with that draft of other cars. Now, that's good for him, but still, that draft, they're most likely going to go lap down in this stage if there's not a caution or something. Their lap times are about, I'd say maybe like half a second slower than the leaders. We'll see. Oh, Anthony Alfredo. Ooh, almost wrecked it going through the tri-oval there. Thought about poking to the outside of the 26, and the 26 slammed the door on him. Yeah, it's going to be close. That group of 5 cars, they could definitely go a lap down before the stage is over. But we probably might see a caution before the end of the stage, which should definitely bail them out. Meanwhile, still Austin Hill out front with Chandler Smith pushing from behind. Sammy Smith still fighting down low. The inside line's a bit more formed up now. You got about 7 or 8 strong cars running in that inside line. So they're holding their own against the top for now. I'd say things have been pretty calm here in the opening laps. So your lead draft consists of about your top 24. Then there's a bit of a gap back to the people that are maybe trying to play it safe here early on. Meanwhile, Austin Hill really backed it up there on the entrance to turns 3 and 4, and that's going to allow Sammy Smith to get side by side with him for the lead coming off of turn 4. Going to do an aggressive side draft through the tri-oval and at the line, give it to, I don't even know who I'm going to have to look at the leaderboard for that one. That was too close to call. I think it was Austin Hill at the line. Or no, they were literally dead even. Dead tie down to the thousandths of a second. Oh my goodness. They gave the advantage to Austin Hill because he led the lap prior. But, man, Sammy Smith are really trying to fight Austin Hill for the lead of this race right now. He's got Sheldon Creed and Parker Kligerman pushing him, ironically, the teammates of Austin Hill. And as they come off of turn 4, the 21's going to continue to hold his own. The 18 continue to do an aggressive side draft as they enter the tri-oval. But that outside line is really formed up and packed together for at least the first 7 or 8 cars. For that inside line, it's just not the case. The 21's out there a little far. The 16 could make a move here going into turn 1. He's going to stay in line for now. But right there, going through the tri-oval, or the exit of the tri-oval, you could see the 16 worked on backing up a run to his teammate, the 11, to try and maybe potentially build a run to overtake Austin Hill for the lead in one of these coming laps. And yeah, if you don't have a teammate behind you, you really are almost a sitting duck. Now, you can make blocks, but there's only so much in your control. 2 cars working together is more powerful than 1. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Right now, that cut line with Kligerman running up near the front of the field and Herbst outside the top 10 currently. Kligerman currently running 20 points to the good over Herbst. Now 18 with every shuffle of positions. I don't like to look at the leaderboard too much at this point because stage points can totally change, but I'll update you guys as the night goes on. Whoa, Stupid Roofer with a $30 super chat. Whoa, what? Hey, that's, you know what, man? Thanks so much, dude. You really don't, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it. You don't, like, have to, like, do anything, like, I mean, I really appreciate it. Honestly, like, I'm not, you know, in this for the money. Obviously, I mean, we've got, like, 10 people watching right now. But, you know, last year for this race, we had, like, a couple thousand people watching, and just things just haven't gone as well this year. But honestly, some of these people out here that have been watching, we got a super chat from, I forget the name, but the guy from Canada last week, and just, you know what, I appreciate the people that we do got watching, how invested you guys are, and yeah, just thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much, Stupid Roofer. Wow. That's the new record for the Free Motorsports, by the way. I believe before it was up to, like, I think $10 maybe. So you just boom, you didn't jump it at like 15, just set the bar real high up to $30, man. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna have to make some new icon on the screen for these live streams. You know, We don't get super chats that often. But yeah, that's going to be the new high bar. Stupid Roofer. Thank you so much. All right, now they're going to cut to some commercial break for the first time of the night. But we'll continue to try to bring the action as best we can. Just looking at the leaderboard online here. Woo. I wonder if I can like pin that or something. Wow, man, that's wow. Thank you again so much, Super Roofer, for $30 super chat. Appreciate it. Hey everybody, if you're just tuning in for the first time, appreciate if you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Freeman Motorsports. We do live broadcasts of every race. Usually I'm trying not to whisper, but I just moved into my college dorm and I haven't quite found like a location on campus or somewhere, a room that I can rent out where I can truly, broadcast to my full capacity. So that's why I'm kind of like using my inside voice, if you will, tonight. But yeah, bringing you all the action tonight. 10 laps in, 90 to go. Sammy Smith actually was able to get out front under the most recent lap, but other than that, Austin Hill has led every lap up to this point, but Sammy Smith has really been trying to charge on the inside line. I mean, I respect it. Austin Hill seems to be right now the best to do it in the NASCAR Xfinity Series when it comes to racing at the plate tracks, so if anybody can take it to him, that's impressive. Thanks to anybody watching, though. Let me know in the chat who your pick is to win. I mean, my go-to traditionally at these plate tracks, it's just been Austin Hill. He's just so consistent. He's won at Daytona multiple times now. It's almost like Brad Keselowski at one point winning so many plate races, but that was in the Cup Series. But I mean, he's just truly. I mean, it's more so you got to bet on an RCR engine than anything. It's always the 21, the 2, the 48 that looks so strong on these super speedways. So any of them are a good bet most of the time. But if I had to pick, an underdog to get it done here, this is really not coming out of any statistical narrative, nothing like that. But I would go with the 78 of Anthony Alfredo or the 26 of Casgrall. Those are my two underdogs for tonight. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Thanks again, Super Roofer, from the $30 super chat. And we'll continue to bring you all the action currently under commercial break for the first time tonight. And keeping tabs on that group of drivers that had to make pass-through penalties on lap number 1 for failing inspection too many times. That was, just to remind you, the 7 of Justin Allgaier, heavy hitter, the 39 of Ryan Sieg, the 31 of Parker Retzlaff, the 27 of Jordan Anderson, and the 22 of Jeb Burton. So 5, I'd say, relatively heavy hitters that had to make those pass-through penalties. And right now, we're almost to the halfway point in the stage. And at this current pace, the leaders are running about 48 threes, 48 ones. And they're running about 48 fives. So they're about a half a second slower. I mean, I believe by my math, they should be safe. They should be safe. I mean, it's probably going to be close, but they should be just safe. Yeah, Hill for you tonight, but the Fords were bad fast. I wonder if NASCAR is going to do anything about that skew, though, we saw where a couple cars are just running slanted. And you can just see there's a very significant difference in the lap time for the cars that are skewed versus not skewed, at least the majority of them. All right, but now we've come back from commercial break, and pretty much your entire top draft is pretty much gone to single file racing. And Sammy Smith, it looks like he was mounting a charge on the inside for just a bit, and now it's dropped back, and is now actually kind of was left out dry by all his friends at the front of the field, or people he thought were his friends, because now he's running outside of the top 10. But right now, some drivers inside the top 10 have running strong. The 78, Anthony Alfredo, the 25, Brett Moffitt, and the defending winner, the 51, of Jeremy Clements. Don't count him out. Meanwhile, though, Riley Herbst, they're showing it on the broadcast. He's running all the way down in 31st. He's taken the just run safe approach. We're at the halfway point in stage 1. He doesn't want to get taken out in a wreck and finish dead last. So we've seen this strategy work out for some. For others, they wait in the back, and then they go when it's too late, and then still get caught up in the big one, or just don't get that result. Now, it's the safe habit, but you can already see where they run. Parker Kligerman is in position to be 20 points above the cut line coming out of this race, whereas before, he was 3 points to the bad behind Riley Herbst. So it's kind of, risk versus reward. We'll see which one pans out at the end of the day. Yeah, if you haven't already, drop a like. I appreciate it. Let's get up to 10 likes. Liking is really just a good way to kind of tell you to, boost the algorithm, man. It just boost the algorithm, tell YouTube that, people are liking what this guy is doing. So we should show it to more people. Sonic. If the big one happens, this will be a Dynaco's all mine. Oh, yeah. Well, right now, you got Chevy, Ford, Chevy. And then your first Toyota is all the way down in 12th. But yeah, a lot of Chevys at the front of the field. You got the 2 RCR teammates at the front of the field, which is going to be a really hard duo to break up. But if there's anybody who can do it, it's the 2 colleague teammates behind him of Chandler Smith and Daniel Hemrick. And then you kind of got the wild card of Anthony Alfredo, who I believe might be working with the RCR cars. I think they get some sort of RCR alliance there with Live Fast or BJ McLeod Motorsports. So now the 78's already had a couple of wild moments in the opening laps here. A couple of blocks that maybe didn't go quite too smooth. Almost has been wrecked a couple times in just these opening laps. They're up to 8 likes. Appreciate it. How about shout out to the 07 of J.J. Yaley. Started outside the top 30 and has worked his way into this lead draft that's broken away from the field. He's running all the way up. Oh, so sorry about that. I'm going to scroll the leaderboard up. That's like my bad habit. All right. 07 of J.J. Yaley running in 13th. And then Kyle Weatherman in the 4 running in 15th. And then that's about the top 16 are all inside of that lead draft. And Josh Berry is just hanging on. Also your biggest mover since the start. The 51 of Clements up 20 spots. Yaley up 17 and Alfredo up 11. There you go. Boom. 3 drivers I just shouted out. All moving forward. But then further down, yeah, there's kind of a break in the draft between 16th and 17th. And then there's just a couple gaggles of cars all throughout the field. Pretty much everybody outside your top 15 is just going with the play it safe strategy, guys. I don't care about stage points. I'm just here for the win. So just backing up and seeing what happens at the front of the field, because these guys are going to start dicing up for that stage win. You never know what happens. All of a sudden, these guys take each other out. A whole lot of less competition. Stupid Roofer, you think I have something to do with that Mustang GTD? R&D, my friend. Ford is using that monster. Have you seen it yet? I have seen that new Mustang GTD, and I'm going to have to see it on track first. I'm going to have to see lap times it's posted. I don't know, man. $300,000 for a Ford? Not that I think it's a bad car, per se. I mean, it feels weird for, all of a sudden Ford to be trying to put out, a luxury level type of car, almost. Or not luxury, but high-performance type of car. You've always had the Corvette, which was kind of just that. The Corvette was definitely a step above the Mustang, I feel like. I don't know. But then this sets the bar way up there. So I'm almost more interested now to see how Chevrolet responds. If all of a sudden we had come out with a $500,000 Corvette. That'd be interesting. Oh, Sam Mayer's going to poke out a line. Tried to squeeze up in front of Anthony Alfredo. Didn't quite work out. That was really close. Alfredo has definitely used some dude wipes already in this one. 10 to go already in stage 1. This thing is flying by. Their lead draft right now. Nemechek's, or actually I'd say Josh Berry is just hanging on. If these guys get side by side, there might be another couple cars that are able to catch up and dice it up with these leaders. They may not choose to do that, but this lead draft's already thinned out quite a bit. And Parker Kligerman's going to pull out a line, trying to make up a spot. He was running in 10th, trying to squeeze up in front of Custer, and there's just no hole there at all. No hole there at all, and he's going to go backwards now. Wasn't really in position to get any stage points where he was at, so I don't really blame him for making that move. And with 9 to go, he's still got time to make it back to stage points, paying positions. So far, it looks like it's been hard to pass. Just that, typical pulling out a line, side drafting somebody, trying to, just pick up spot by spot. I think it's because this front draft right now is pretty packed together, pretty congested, so there's not many holes just opening up like usually you see. Thanks to everybody watching once again. Hey, we got 10 people in here. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to Stupid Roofer again. I don't know how many times I'm probably going to do that, but $30 super chat. Really appreciate it, dude. Almost up to 10 likes. That's the first goal, guys. 10 likes, and then 20, and then we'll see from there. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new. Austin Hill out front, Sheldon Creed, Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Anthony Alfredo, 5 Chevrolets inside of the top 5. Even though it looks like Ford's bringing the heat tomorrow in the Cup Series, the Chevys have brought the heat in the Xfinity Series, that's for sure. Also, your leaders are coming up to lap somebody. I think that might be the 53 of Natalie Decker. Look at the leaderboard here. Yes, that is Natalie Decker. Oh my, and she's like just 2 seconds off the pace of lap. I wonder if she's got a problem or not. Might have to check Twitter on that there, boys. Thanks, everybody watching. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see if they're using it for NASCAR. I don't know. They might take that thing over to, IMSA into sports car racing. We'll see. I think that new Mustang's got a lot of potential. A lot of potential, baby. Yeah, Natalie Decker's definitely going to lose a lap here. But further up the road, that group of guys that had to come down for that pass-through penalty, they are going to be safe, I would say, at this point, from going a lap down. So that's good for them. Not going to have to overcome that lap down penalty, but they all are losing out on stage points in stage 1. Anyways, 7 to go in stage 1. As they come off of turn 4, it's going to be 6 to go. This time by at the stripe, they're putting Natalie Decker a lap down. She's the first car 1 lap down in this race. Still Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed at the front of the field. First non-Chevrolet is Brett Moffitt in 6th in that Ford number 25 car. First Toyota is Trevor Bayne in the 19. That's right, Trevor Bayne in the 19. Running in 10th. And back in this lead draft, it looks like you got the one of Sam Mayer pulling out a line again, trying to bring Nemechek with him. With 6 to go, these guys in the back trying to build some sort of run to move to the front. I don't think you're going to see anybody pull out a line until, like in the top 5, I don't think anybody's pulling out a line until about 2 to go. And they might even be content just to all sit there and run single file to the finish. We'll see. You got all those Chevrolets working together. I don't know what the relationship is like between RCR and Colleague. Now Sammy Smith's going to pull out, and he's bringing the 4, I believe, and the 1 of Sam Mayer with him, trying to take up a couple spots here down low. Might get Ty Gibbs to jump down with him. No, Ty Gibbs going to stay high. Or no, not Ty Gibbs, Trevor Bayne, I mean. Now everybody was able to merge back into line except Sammy Smith, but now Sam Mayer's going to pull back down with him. You got the 2 Sams on the inside trying to move to the front at Daytona. 5 to go, going to be 4 to go this time by at the line. Parker Kligerman also pulls down. Now they got Nemechek. They got 4 cars lined up on that inside trying to move forward, but they continue to fail to do so. They're going to need somebody to bail out of this lead 5, this top draft, to come with these guys trying to make moves in the back for them to get any real run going. And these guys also better not be careful to lose the lead draft. They're battling so much with each other. Now Trevor Bayne's going to let Sammy Smith pull up in front of him, but there's almost a gap there building inside of this lead draft. That'll be 4 to go. 3 to go as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. And like I said, I don't think you're going to see anybody pull out a line until 2 to go. They're going to wait till the very end to show their hand. You don't want to get shuffled to the back. Give up all those stage points that you fought so hard for this entire opening stage with some underdogs near the front of the field right now. Anthony Alfredo in 5th, Brett Moffitt in 6th, Jeremy Clements in 7th. How about the 07 of J.J. Yaley in 12th? I've already shouted these guys out a few times, but impressive runs coming out of those organizations. Kyle Weatherman in the 4 for JD Motorsports in 16th. That's about it, though, for your lead draft. Only your top 16. And those are underdogs kind of inside of that lead draft right now. But also, if you're wondering about what the bubble battle is looking like, Parker Kligerman came into the day 3 points to the bad, trying to get some stage points here to make up that gap to Riley Herbst. For now, it looks like Kligerman's going on full attack mode, and Herbst is going full conservative. He's running all the way back in 31st, just chilling around there. Running maybe a little partial throttle. He's just keeping that baby safe till the end and make sure he has a car that can cross the finish line and just collect the points from everybody that's crashed out. We'll see if Kligerman's crashed out or come out the successor and moved up on that cut line. But with other drivers above the cut line. Hemrick and Creed, they're choosing to run it hard tonight, both inside of the lead draft. And I think that's smart for those guys because they really have a good shot. Those Chevrolets are always fast here on these plate tracks in the Xfinity Series. In the Fords, they just don't have many friends. So, even when you're at the front of the field, you just don't got many teammates to work with. It's really hard to outwork those Chevrolets and put yourself in a situation to win. But right now, it's 2 to go. Going to be 1 to go next time by at the line. And they're starting to pull out a line. Brett Moffitt is pulled low. He's got Brandon Jones and Trevor Bayne with him. But your top 5 staying single file. I'm interested to see if the colored cars try to build up a run and get around these RCR guys on the final lap of stage number 1. Sammy Smith currently holds on to the 10th position in the final points-paying position. Brett Moffitt leads that inside line with Brandon Jones pushing his side by side for 7th place. Is anybody going to pull down to go with him? There you go. The 16 of Chandler Smith's going to go to the inside of Sheldon Creed down the back straightaway. He might be able to get alongside Austin Hill into turn 3. We'll see. There's a run coming on the outside from Anthony Alfredo. The 2's going to get swirly. That's going to hurt the run on the outside. Here comes Hemrick down low to the back of the 16. The 21's going to move low to block it. Are they going to make it clean back to the stripe? Here comes Brett Moffitt making it 3 wide in the middle, but it's going to be Austin Hill that wins stage 1 in a charge from Brett Moffitt to get 4th. And Riley Herbst has a flat left front. He was playing it safe and had a tire go down. Haven't we seen this before? I don't remember a situation like this, but I feel like there was somebody that was running safe a couple years ago and somehow got taken out in a crash for last place, but a flat left front tire for Riley Herbst. Try to figure out what the problem is, what the diagnosis is for that damage. Thanks for everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 3,500 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. We're at 3,475 right now. 25 away. Looking at the poll, what are your guys' thoughts? Right now, majority of you people think Austin Hill is going to get the win tonight, and I'm on that bandwagon, that Austin Hill bandwagon. But right now, Riley Herbst, that damage is, the left front fender's completely gone. Now they got the hood up. The hood's intact, but trying to see if any of that rubber from the tire, falling apart, did any damage to the engine or any of the crucial parts of that race car. The fender they can replace, I believe. Oh, boy. Thanks everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. So that's stage 1 in the books. Austin Hill gets another stage win on a super speedway. Sheldon Creed comes up second for yet again. It feels like he's always been playing second fiddle to Austin Hill. Chandler Smith third. Brett Moffitt surges to 4th, the highest Ford, highest non-Chevrolet. Alfredo rounds out your top 5. Then you got Hemrick in 6th, Brandon Jones 7th, Jeremy Clements in 8th. Cole Custer and Trevor Bayne rounds out your top 10. Then Sammy Smith, and most importantly, I'd say Parker Kligerman just misses out on stage points, but probably more important than that, Riley Herbst with big issues early on. Also, your free pass, I actually don't know if it will be Natalie Decker because I believe that 98 went a lap down before they made it to the end of the stage. Yeah, I don't think there is a free pass because I think the 98 might have brought out the caution. Anyways, Natalie Decker, 1 lap down. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, Sonic, Kinky, and Mario, how you doing? Austin Hill wins stage 1. Are we going to see another Austin Hill sweeping all 3 stages at Daytona? It feels like I've seen this one before. That's all I can say. But yeah, really to recap stage 1, that's all you got. The 5 guys that had to pit on lap number 1 for that penalty, all of them were able to make it to the end of the stage on lead lap. Now we'll be able to see how those Jordan Anderson cars and Justin Allgaier and Ryan Sieg worked their way from the back to the front because all 5 of those cars definitely are going to be competing inside of this lead draft. Those Jordan Anderson cars always show speed on these super speedways. They got that affiliation with RCR, so they're going to have the pace at these type of racetracks, no doubt about that. But yeah, this race is already flying by. Last year, things probably got a little too crazy. Had, I believe, 3 or 4 overtimes. Race did not end till 12:30 in the morning. It was with an insane Jeremy Clements win. But, I don't really want to keep my roommate up. So, he's not in here right now. But hopefully this race, ends within the TV window. Let's go with that. Now, tomorrow night, though, I'm down for anything. Oh, yeah. If you want to let me know in the chat, let me know in the chat right now. Who do you think, as an underdog, might win tomorrow night? You got people like Chase Elliott, which feels crazy to call Chase Elliott an underdog. But, Alex Bowman is another one. Corey LaJoy always seems to come close at these plate tracks. And even Ty Dillon in the 77. Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, whoever. And then you still have people that could technically point their way in, like Daniel Suarez. I think that's highly unlikely unless Bubba Wallace has a problem. Now, we're seeing right here, Riley Herbst, fluky flat tire out of nowhere. Pretty much ends their night, most likely, and probably will also end their playoff chances as well. They're doing repairs to their front right, but I mean, the front right fender is almost completely gone. That car is going to be most likely pretty off the pace. But I'd say most importantly, he has lost at least, I think, 2 laps, maybe 3 laps now. Yeah, he has lost 3 laps, I think, to the leaders. So that's going to be almost an impossible gap to make up. And it's pretty much the only positions he's going to gain is going to be from other cars having problems, which at Daytona is fairly likely, but we've also seen races that have gone clean to the finish. So Riley Herbst is completely at the mercy of his competitors right now. And if I'm Parker Kligerman, I might play it safe here in Stage 2. I might run it safe and just know that even though you want the stage points, it's probably not worth getting taken out in a wreck, because in that final stage, if you can just bring home a top 5, top 10 result, which we say it like it's easy, but bring home that top 5, top 10 result, you're automatically probably going to gain 25, 30 points on your competitor, Riley Herbst, when you only needed to gain 3. But the race off the pit road, Austin Hill going for 2 tires. I said it in the pre-race. You're not going to see any fuel strategy here, but the tire strategy definitely could come into play. He's the only one of the leaders, except for Nemechek, and Sammy Smith, and Kligerman. Okay, I gotta take it back, but so you had a couple guys take 2, but yeah, Hill takes 2, Nemechek, Sammy Smith, and Parker Kligerman. Everybody else takes 4. We'll see if that makes a difference. Traditionally at the Super Speedway, I feel like we haven't seen a huge difference in between 2 and 4 tires. I'm kind of surprised more people don't take 4 tires, but we did see a fluke tire fail with Riley Herbst there, so maybe you don't want to run too many laps on these tires that you don't want to run more than you need. So we'll see how it works out for him, but I have a feeling it's not going to affect anything. And if anything, you'll probably see more drivers go for 2 tires at the end of Stage 2 to try and leapfrog and pick up some track position. Because even though it's Daytona, even though it's a plate track where it feels like you can go from last to first and first to last in just a few laps, any positions you can gain on pit road, you're going to take them any day of the week. Thanks to everybody watching right now. We got 15 people in here. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe for the Wawa 250 at Daytona. Right now, it is... Oh, wait, do we have some people staying out? Or no, it's just the leaderboard gets walked up on pit road. Never mind. But Austin Hill won Stage 1. Putting on a click, I have to say, like he does usually at these Super Speedways in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Just kind of part of the series now, almost. Now, yeah, he has not led every lap. I will say that. He has not led every lap. Sammy Smith was out front for 3 laps while battling Austin Hill for the lead. And the 16 did just lead a lap on pit road. I mean, I really wouldn't call that leading a lap, but technically speaking, he led a lap. Okay. What are you guys thinking of the new hat? Got it at Watkins Glen last weekend. By the way, we were on the 16 pit box. Might post some videos about that. That was pretty cool, but got the hat before the race. William Byron win. What can you say? I'm just predicting the future, man. Predicting the future. And I even got Sam Mayer's shirt the day. I mean, what can I say? I'm predicting the future here. And I'm not necessarily saying Sam Mayer's going to win tonight and William Byron's going to win tomorrow. But, if Sam Mayer wins, I'm just going to take credit for it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Anyways, thanks to everybody watching. Sonic. Chandler Smith on the inside. Brett Moffitt on the outside. No, that's the leaderboard is gonna. The leaderboard gets like messed up on pit road. It's still Austin Hill and Nemechek at the front of the field. But anyways, it's gonna be 4 tomorrow. Either RFK or SHR McDowell was sandbagging. He's got something. We'll see. It's a long race. I don't really take qualifying too seriously. I mean, it does show you which cars you think have pace, but really, I mean, it's a pack race. A lot of it's going to come down to just putting yourself in the right position at the right time, which isn't really even in your control because you don't necessarily know what the right position at the right time is. But anyways, still, I mean, I'm pumped for tomorrow night. I think there is a solid chance. I think Brad could end the winless streak tomorrow night. I'd love to see that. Obviously I'm a Larson fan. I got bias. You know what? We got a Larson flag in the dorm room. I'm not sure if that's coming across. There, we got the Larson flag in the dorm room. So, but I'd love to see the oh, I don't think I turned it on. Oh yeah, I did. But I'd love to see the curse be broken for Larson at super speedways. You know, I can't lie. I mean, I have the bias. I'm gonna be open about it. Anyways, fans living it up in the grandstands. You know, I'd love to go to Daytona sometime. I mean, I don't think I will for quite some time, but I'll make it out there eventually. Gotta get my phone on the charger. You know, we got like the ultimate power setup. We got like 3 miles. Oh shoot, dude! I hope I don't get like shut down for just putting the race on the screen. I think we'll be fine. Fingers crossed. Guys, how's it going with the consistency? Or I mean, how's it going like with the audio? Is all that good? Yeah, we could consider that. Can consider it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like laying back. I honestly don't love the laying back strategy. I feel like, I mean, it can work, but I think no matter what, if you're at the front of the field, if you're in first, you have somewhat the least likelihood of wrecking. All right, audio seems all good. That's good. Yeah, that 98 is back out on track, but with significant damage to the left front of that race car. I mean, like I said, he's lost multiple laps. He's 3 laps down to the leader, so yeah, he's only gaining positions tonight by other people crashing out. So it's going to be a long night for that 98 crew. Maybe they can finagle taking the wave around or something at some point. Possibly put themselves back in a decent position, but we'll see. Okay. Thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. All right. Oops. All right. Now the lights are out on the pace car, which means we're going green this time by Austin Hill on the outside, Sheldon Creed on the inside, a repeat of the first restart. We'll see if it works out the same time this time. Good restart for Austin Hill on the outside. Nemechek and Sammy Smith are formed up together, those 2 teammates on the outside, but you got 2 teammates on the inside as well, Sheldon Creed and Parker Klickerman. We'll see if they can get it done. And those Toyotas are pushing Hill hard. Now, is he going to stay high or is he going to go low with his teammates? We'll see as they work their way off of turn number 2 now. They're just running 2 wide throughout the top 10, then a bit 3 wide further back in the field. There's a run coming on the outside here from the 16 to the 18, now to the 20, and it's going to get all the way out there to the 21. Is he going to try and make a move for the lead? Nemechek just going to stay in line for now. Now here comes Sam Mayer surging ahead in the middle, bringing his teammate Josh Berry with him. They're working their way up through the top 10 now. Sam Mayer's been making a lot of aggressive moves tonight. It definitely looks like wreckers or checkers for that one car so far. Austin Hill on the outside. He's about the top 3 on the outside are clear from that inside line led by Sheldon Creed. Oh, yeah, they are 3 wide, about 4 rows deep or so in the middle of the field right now. The intensity has most certainly picked up. Ooh, the 18 getting swirly off the nose of the 16. They are pushing hard on that outside lane down the back straightaway. The 20 gets a good push to the back of the 21 into turn 3. Oh, boy, yeah, these guys are racing really hard right now. Now the 20 is going to throw to the inside of turn 4. The 21 comes down to cover him off. Now as they go into the tri-oval, they'll slide back up to the top side. Sheldon Creed down low into the tri-oval. At the line, give it to Austin Hill by about a car length. And the 20 now is not clear of the inside. As that inside's kind of moved forward, the top 2 are battling so much that now Sheldon Creed's moved up. Also, Joey Gase making an unscheduled pit stop in the 35. And Sheldon Creed trying to side draft that outside line, but just the inside not formed up again. We were kind of noticing that. That's a common pattern. The outside, definitely the preferred lane compared to the inside so far in the opening stages. Okay, you know what? We're going to try and adjust something. We'll see if that, like... I don't want to be, like, looking away from the camera too much. Hold on. Experimenting really quick. We'll see if that's better. All right. So that's 10 laps complete out of 30 here in stage number 2 now. Sheldon Creed still leads the inside line with Parker Kligerman and Sam Mayer in tow. On the outside, it's Austin Hill, John Nemechek, and Sammy Smith. And now they've kind of bailed down to the 3 wide scenarios. Everybody's starting to calm down maybe just a little bit. But as I say that, Sheldon Creed's got a big run on the inside. He's going to try and maybe slide up in front of his teammate for the first time tonight. We got a different leader than Austin Hill as they come into the tri-oval. But Sheldon Creed is going to stay low. What? He does not slide up and cover off Hill. At least not yet. Okay, now he's going to do it on the exit of the tri-oval. Was kind of surprised by that move. Further back, Anthony Alfredo going to pop to the inside, put... Brandon Jones in the middle, and now he's in the sucker hole. And now he's also going to get Josh Berry in the sucker hole. Anthony Alfredo with a nice move cutting to the inside there, shuffling out those 2 JRM Chevrolets of 78, moving to the front, but now it's Sheldon Creed out front. And, oh boy, Kligerman throws a big block on Sam Mayer going down the back straightaway, fighting for the lead of that inside line. Now, that really hurt their momentum. Already, though, Austin Hill trying to shuffle out his teammate, it looks like, as they were going into turns 3 and 4. Nemechek with a big push to the back of that 21. Okay, these Toyotas are pushing really hard on that outside line right now. Things are getting swirly, and now we're 3 wide again, 5 rows deep, all throughout the top 10. Things could get messy here quickly. Sheldon Creed out front. Oh, we got a touch. Brett Moffitt in the 9 around, and we also got the 39 spinning, the 38 spinning, the 24, and that's going to be probably one more hit. Oh, the 9's going to get the 38 again. Oh, the 4 is crashing in the back of the pack. And people are just trying to avoid, but that's a 4 with pretty heavy damage. The 24, the 9, the 38, all those guys are killed. The 39 should be okay. Oh, boy, yeah, the 9, the front end of that thing, the front right wheel is not working. It feels so weird not being able to yell for a crash because, obviously, like, I'm in the dorm, so I don't want to yell. But, yeah, that was kind of like contained energy right there. Anyways, 24, Connor Mozak, his day is done. Same with Brandon Jones. I don't know where that starts exactly, but going through the tri-oval, all I know is the 25 got hooked into the outside wall. The 91, with heavy front-end damage, his day is done. He's put down the window net. Wow, fluid's coming out of the front of that thing. 53 of Natalie Decker with a bit of front-end damage. Looks like there was about 2 separate instances here. There's one at the front of the field, and then there's one at the back where, you know, they were trying to avoid the wreck of the front, and somebody probably ran over somebody, arc or brakes type scenario. Now, nose in the 91 is killed. So going into the tri-oval, things are swirly on the outside. Okay, that's kind of, I think, where it starts. Oh, no, this is a 78. 78 comes up to the track, into the side of the 9, then that just takes out the 9. He comes down, overcorrects, takes out the 25, and then there's just nowhere to go. I got to say, unless the 78 gets hooked, we'll see. Yeah, the 78 just comes up into the side of the 9, maybe hits a bump, but that's all Alfredo right there. Comes up the track, takes out the 9, and then the 25, 24, 38, 39. That's kind of instant bystanders. 27, evasive spin there by Jordan Anderson to save that 27 car. I'm not quite sure where the guys in the back of the pack got taken out. The 4, 91, 53 got some damage further back. That's what I'm saying. Even if you're running in the back trying to avoid everything, you can still get taken out. There really is no safe zone here at Daytona. But you had the 78 come up, take out the 9, 25, and there's just nowhere to go for the 38 and the 39. Man, the 27, that was a heck of a save. And then the 9, the car's out of control and just goes right into the door of the 38 who's spinning in front of him. I mean, the hood was up on that thing. Probably couldn't even control it whatsoever at that point. Just a passenger. Don't really have an angle of what happened for the back with the 4, the 91, and the 53 yet. But tough break. I think the 4 is probably going to have terminal damage. That thing's pretty messed up on both the front and rear clip. Okay, now we're riding with the 26. He's further back. This might give us a shot of kind of that second incident. Oh, the 4 gets spun by somebody who's not on the brakes yet. I'm not sure exactly who that was. I think that was the 91. So the 4 gets just dumped by the 91 who's on his tail. Doesn't maybe get alerted by a spotter, just doesn't check up yet. Or I can't really tell. The 10 also got maybe a little bit of damage, but he should be okay. Oh boy, but this is your typical Daytona drive or typical Daytona incident. A stupid roofer. I know that one car is fast and running aggressive. Man, 27 he sees that 38 spinning in front of him, just left hook that thing, trying to avoid a T-bone collision right there. Heads up move by Jordan Anderson, but probably say more so just kind of gut instinct right there. But good, hey, salvage the car. Okay, looking at the leaderboard. So Natalie Decker, I think Brandon Jones, Connor Mozak, Kyle Leatherman, Alex Guente are all done. So that's 4 cars out of this race. Joe Graff Jr., Brett Moffitt, they're still rolling. Ryan Sales, Ryan Sieg, but I think they're going to be done pretty much. Hey, there's some spots for Riley Herbst right there. There's some spots. And Natalie Decker also got damaged. She's still rolling. I don't know whether or not she'll be able to continue. If she is able to continue, that car's going to be pretty dang slow. I know that. 38, I think, is probably going to be done. I mean, the right and rear and the front of that car is completely jacked up. They're up to 12 likes. I appreciate that. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get this thing up to, let's say, 25 likes. Think we can do that? Almost the halfway point in the race. That probably add up. So technically speaking, Kyle Leatherman, Justin Allgaier, Brandon Jones, Justin Haley, Connor Mozak, Brett Moffitt, Kaz Gralla, Jordan Anderson, Joe Graff Jr., Ryan Sieg, Natalie Decker, and Alex Guente are all involved in this one. Oh, okay, the 4, they are still trying to patch up. Actually, I think the 4 might be good. 25, they cut up the right front of that thing and is back out. We got a second Riley Herbst car missing a whole fender. He'll probably be pretty far off the pace. So I'm going to try and see what they're saying on the broadcast here. Yeah, somebody just comes up and it's all on Alfredo there. I kind of like Alfredo, but he was my underdog pick to win. And I mean, I guess he took out some of his big hitters, some big competitors. A JRM car, the 25. And well, that's 2 competitors, I guess. But we'll get a restart here. Now we're past the halfway point in stage 1, so probably about a 10-lap dash to the finish of stage 1. So I don't think the intensity is going to go down at all after this. Thanks to everyone watching right now. Hold on just a minute. Oh, hold up. What? What's this? What's this? I might have to do something here. Oh my goodness. No wonder things aren't working out. I'm not even coming up in the recommended. I didn't put Xfinity in the title. Okay, alright. Just trying to work some things out. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Stage 1.5 complete. We got a big one, the first big one of the night. What is going on? All right. I hope they do it one day, Super Roofer. Or you know what they should do is they should have like a stream on the NASCAR YouTube channel with like separate broadcasters. I bet people will watch that and like have like one or two in-car cameras like they usually put up on the YouTube channel, and then just put that audio over it versus I believe they just have just the engine noise, which I mean I'm sure some people like, but I'd probably bring in more viewers. Could probably be a little bit more in tune to what's going on overall. Okay, so just updates on the leaderboard now. Who has fallen after this first big one at Daytona? Alex Fuente, Connor Mozak, Brandon Jones. I think Natalie Decker? No, I think Joe Graff Jr. Okay, actually, screw it. I think the only ones I know for certain are Alex Fuente, Connor Mozak, and Brandon Jones. Those are three that are out for now. We'll see if that list gets longer, which it probably will. I don't believe everybody will meet minimum speed here. But now we got a new leader here. Sheldon Creed out front. Austin Hill in second. Parker Kligerman third. So you still got RCR Alliance at the front of the field. Then Nemechek, Mayer, Sammy Smith, Trevor Bayne, Chandler Smith, Josh Berry, and Daniel Hemrick are your top 10. Then Alfredo, the causer of the wreck possibly, in 11th. Then Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, Justin Allgaier, and Jeb Burton, your top 15. Blaine Perkins, Greg Galding, Jeffrey Earnhardt, J.G. Ailey, and Parker Retzlaff, your top 20. Kaz Gralla, Cesar Baccarella, Kyle Sieg, Garrett Smithley, Cole Custer, Ryan Ellis, Justin Haley, Jordan Anderson, Brett Moffitt, and Ryan Sieg are your top 30. Then after that, you all got people that have been involved in that wreck earlier tonight. Okay, I believe now I can confirm it's Alex Fuente, Connor Mozak, Brandon Jones, Natalie Decker, Joe Graff Jr. are all out of this race. Then Riley Herbst 3 laps down, Kyle Weatherman and Joey Gase are both 2 laps down, and everybody else is on the lead lap. So the DNF ticker going up a little bit, giving Riley Herbst some points. Thanks to everyone watching right now. Okay, so closing on a halfway point here. 46 laps complete. Working lap number 47, still under the yellow flag for the first incident, or well, actually second incident of the night. Already seen some heavy hitters with problems like Riley Herbst and Brandon Jones. 2 guys that are near that playoff cut line. Now, Brandon Jones after this, now this puts him in essentially a must-win situation if he wasn't already in one. And Riley Herbst, this is putting him in a place he does not want to be, where basically Parker Kligerman running in third place has got all the cards right now. He's got all the cards. Riley Herbst is a sitting duck 3 laps down and 33rd. He has no control on his outcome in this race. He's just going to run around 3 laps down, and it's going to be a rough night. He can only hope that a couple other people get taken out in incidents tonight. But some people that can control their own destiny a little bit, guys near that cut line, Sheldon Creed, who's out front right now, Parker Kligerman in third. We're going to probably talk about him just a ton tonight. Daniel Hemrick in 10th. Anthony Alfredo 11th. Jeremy Clements, the defending winner of this race, in 12th. He should not be overlooked. Then you got Josh Williams in 13th. I believe he is playoff eligible. And then Jeb Burton already has a plate win this year. Blaine Perkins not running full time. Beyond that, Parker Retzlaff in 20th. Kaz Gralla 21st. Those guys, they're going to play it safe, but they will, I guarantee you, they will be near the front of the field at some point tonight. So keep your guys on all the names that I just mentioned. Essentially, any name that you're not familiar with in the NASCAR Xfinity Series probably is the threat at stealing a playoff spot here tonight. So if you hear me announce any names you haven't heard before, that's probably why. That's probably who you want to keep an eye on. Okay. All right. And just going to continue to check the leaderboard to see if anybody else has been ruled out. Okay, Kyle Witherman did go back down pit road, so he's lost another lap. I don't know if they've determined the car is not good to go or something, or if they're just going to do more repairs to it. But Kyle Witherman could also be out of the race in the Ford car. Tough break after a really solid effort. A 12th place finish, I believe, at Watkins Glen last weekend. That's a great result for that team. And it looks like Josh Berry coming back down road in the 8 car. I don't know if he got any damage in that incident. Could just be filling her up with gas. I mean, that might not actually be a bad strategy. I would have honestly probably have done that if I was crew chief. Might have gone for the risks there. If I was running outside the top 10, maybe call my guy in, give him gas here, and with the cautions at the end of the stage and probably future cautions for incidents, you probably are going to have enough gas to make it to the end of the race. The fuel window is 48, 50 laps. We have 53 laps to go. Give your driver that situation where give it up to him to try and save 3 laps but not have to pit later on and just be cycled to the front of the field. I think I would have probably taken that chance. So I was maybe like Cole Custer down in 21st or Jordan Anderson 20th. I'd been really interested by that proposition anyways. Lights are still out on the pace car. Or still on the pace car, I mean. I think we are coming to the choose cone this time. And we are not pitting yet. So they're still doing cleanup, it looks like, down in that turn 1 area from that previous incident. Yeah, this cleanup's taking a while. We've had, I believe, 8 caution laps now. So that's almost a tenth of the race. Anyways, closing on 1 hour of race time. And, okay, Kyle Witherman is now back out on track. So it looks like they came down, just took another lap to make sure everything was all duct taped up, all good. I think Justin Haley's also coming down pit road again. Cole Custer, there, boom, some guys I mentioned, they came and hit pit road again. With these caution laps continuing to tick by, I think you're going to see more people pit on a sequence here, sacrifice their track position, but put themselves in a situation where they don't have to pit at the end of stage 2 and cycle back to the front. Almost like a road course in terms of that strategy around the stages. Oh, oops, that's my bad. Come back here, leaderboard. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. We're all good. All right. MRN and PRN are decent, but it's not interactive. The mainstream coverage is trash. Free Motorsports, E-Step, Bologna Burger, BFM, etc. are just better. Yeah, appreciate it, Super Roofer. I just think something that really is underlooked is having that like chat interaction. It just it's more engaging for the viewers. The only thing is done on a broader scale. Like let's say it was on the NASCAR YouTube channel, probably gonna have over 10,000 people in the chat. So it's going to be hard to really highlight messages that aren't super chats, which there's not necessarily negatives to that, but you're going to have to almost pay to be recognized. But it's still more fun almost having that chat interaction involved. I would shout out something you might want to check out on the NASCAR app. They have kind of added some sort of that interaction you might be looking for on the app during the race. They do put up certain polls and basically just different polls throughout the race on who people think's going to win or who's going to finish better in the stage, 2 drivers head to head. Not quite what you're talking about, but it's I'd say a slight step in the right direction. I don't know how many people are on the NASCAR app anyways. If they're just watching the race on TV, there's not much extra information it gives you. Okay, but at the front, Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill both go high. No surprise there. The teammates then Kligerman goes low. Nemechek and Trevor Bayne will go low. So you got teammates on the inside. Sam Mayer, the wild card, is the 3rd player on the outside. In row 4, you got Sammy Smith on the outside, and I believe that is, hold on, trying to read, which color car is that? I think that's, Daniel Hemrick on the inside. So those are first 4 rows. We're going to get restarted here with just 9 laps to go in stage 1, so all bets are off. Oh, it looks like Kyle Witherman came back down pit road again, so that 4 car might just be done for the night. We'll see. Keep an update on the 4. I know Kyle Witherman's kind of a underrated favorite in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, an underdog. A lot of people pull 4 in row 5. You got Anthony Alfredo, and is that Blaine Perkins? Yeah, I believe that's Blaine Perkins, man. I didn't realize. The field looks really thinned out after that crash. I mean, I don't think it took out that many players, but only 5 cars are truly missing from it, but looks like a lot of field looks thinned down. That's all I could say. Anyways, so like I said, restart with 9 to go. Probably gonna be pretty hectic. You got 2 teammates on the outside, an affiliate to those 2 teammates leading the inside, but then you got 2 Gibbs teammates on the inside on the inside line, and then another 2 teammates, the Coca guys, on the inside line as well. Then you got Sam Mayer, who so far has just been going gung-ho. Anyways, lights out on the pace car. Pace car is going to hit pit road. We're going to go to the Geico restart zone once again. Creed on the outside. Kligerman on the outside. Green flag is back in the air from the Wawa 250 at Daytona. Sheldon Creed gets a good jump on the outside. The inside line is not formed up. Nemechek is backing up. Kligerman has no help, really, as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Creed, I believe, is already clear as we go down into turn 1. Hill's all over the bumper of that 2 car. The 1, though, backing up on the outside now a little bit. The inside's got to run here. Already, though, that inside line is really not formed up beyond the first 5 rows. Down the back straightaway, Kligerman surges ahead for a few feet now. Here comes the outside. They got a good run. Sammy Smith at the back of Sam Mayer and out of the back of Austin Hill. And Sheldon Creed is going to shoot out to the lead. Kligerman, just that inside line is not near as formed up as the outside. That's all you can say, ladies and gents. Your top 2, Austin Hill, the teammates, Sheldon Creed and Hill, clear on the outside line. As we come back through the tri-oval, it's going to be 9 laps to go in stage number 2. These guys definitely playing it a bit tamer than the last restart. Staying 2x2, this lead draft's only got about your top 20 cars in it. I think Austin Hill is trying to be a teammate to Sheldon Creed, but boy, oh boy, it looks like he is constantly trying to take a little peek to the inside here, a little peek to the outside here. Kligerman once again gets a good run off of the turn 2. That inside line gets good runs off turn 2 and down the back straightaway, but the outside surges ahead back on reentry to turn 4, except not this time. Outside line is falling apart massively, and Nemechek and Kligerman are going to be able to jump out and take control of the top line, and now that leaves Trevor Bayne leading the inside. Now Kligerman comes down to cover off a run from the inside. Now he's going to jump back to the top. He leads with 8 laps to go. The 48 machine out front. Now there's a big run coming from this outside line back to Austin Hill to Sheldon Creed. Not going to go anywhere with it. Now Trevor Bayne surges ahead on the inside line, and he slides up in control of the outside. That was with help from a big push from the 16. Some intense side drafting going on here. Now Nemechek's going to have a run. We'll see if he can do anything with it. As we go into the corner, is Kligerman going to stay in line behind the 48? We'll see. He's staying in the line for now. Meanwhile, the 16 and the 11, 2 teammates, 2 colleague teammates on the inside, have worked their way to the front. Ty Gibbs down low at the line. Going to slide back up to the top. He's about clear by I keep saying Ty Gibbs. Trevor Bayne, I mean. Outside line's got to run down here into turn 1. Which lane is the 19 going to cover off? He goes low. It's a smart move for now. The last few laps, the inside line has had the better momentum than the top side. So I trust that decision. Seven laps to go. Trevor Bayne still leads. Chandler Smith in tow. Then there's Kligerman and Hemrick side by side for 3rd place. Kligerman fading back now. He's side by side with Hallgeier for 4th place. That outside line just falling apart now all of a sudden. Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed have been shuffled out of this lead. 6 laps to go now in stage number 2. Could Trevor Bayne come out here and steal this win? Meanwhile, Nemechek, I don't know if he shuffled his way out on purpose or just got knocked down to that top lane, because now Nemechek is dropping to the rear of this lead draft. Trevor Bayne out front, sliding around, bobbing and weaving from the top bottom to the top, bottom to the top. Now the 2 Hemrick cars, or the 2 Colleague cars, Hemrick and Chandler Smith, have been able to jump with Trevor Bayne out ahead of Kligerman, and they've moved up to covering off the top line. Yeah, Trevor Bayne is a sitting duck right now. The 11 and the 16 are going to work together. I can definitely feel it right here to try and get around this 19 before the stage end. Now this lead draft really starting to thin out with 5 laps to go. You got a lot of people that are just bailing out, don't want to get taken out in a wreck here before the end of the stage. Right now, your top 5 cars are about single file. Bain, Smith, Hemrick, Kligerman, and Creed. And then the first 6th place battle is side by side with Allgaier and Austin Hill. But yeah, that outside line is pretty much all single file. Now, here comes Sheldon Creed, Ed, just as I say that, pulling out a line, bringing Austin Hill with them on the inside. And Kligerman does not go with him. And they're all going to be able to slide up. Creed picks up 2 spots. So does Hill. But now they're split up by Daniel Hemrick. We'll see if they pull out and make a move together in unison again. 4 laps to go. Trevor Bayne still leads. Chandler Smith, Sheldon Creed, your top 3, all single file throughout the top 7 cars. Thanks, everybody watching right now. Your lead draft consists of your top 14 cars right now. Single file all throughout your top 14 now. Down the back straightaway. Justin Allgaier thinking about poking out a line for the back. And off of turn 4, Sheldon Creed's backing up a run. It looks like he's trying to back up a run to the 11. Now here he's going to go. Pulls the inside of the 16. He's going places. Austin Hill's going to go with him. He's going to try and go for it all. He's to the inside of Trevor Bayne. And now he's got the 21 and then the 48 and the 1 going with him. The Chevrolets, well, not the Chevrolets, but RCR and the 48 just pulled out on Colleague and Trevor Bayne and Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill, your top 2 now. They are clear to the front once again. The RCR car is just doing a masterclass at Daytona yet again. Now they're going to slide up to cover off the top lane. I got a 3rd lane coming down low. Sammy Smith, Parker Kligerman throws a late block there. Now here comes Austin Hill on his teammate. Austin Hill dives low, and now Trevor Bayne goes low as well, and Sheldon Creed's getting put on the outside 3 wide. He's dropping back with no help. Now here comes the 11 to the bumper of the 2. And now the 16 has no help, dropping back. At the front, though, it's the 21 of Austin Hill. Then they're side by side for second, the 19 and the 48. 2 laps to go. Austin Hill's pretty far out. There's going to be a big run coming down the outside here. The 19 surges here, and he's not going to have an opening to go down low. No, yes, he will. He finds a hole. But now Sheldon Creed is on the bumper. The 21 and the 19 has no help. He's going to fade back. The 18 will probably be his safety net. But now it's the 21 and the 2 back out front, running 1-2 yet again. Now here comes Hemrick with a run to the back of the 2. What does Sheldon Creed say here? His teammate just jumped down on him a lap ago. Is the 2 going to make his move now, or is he going to wait till next time around? It does not have a big enough of a run here to make that move. He's going to stay in line. Oh, it looks like he's going to back up a big run here off of turn 4. We'll see what he does. He did this 2 laps ago. Hemrick gets really swirly there for a moment. Creed's going to go to the inside. Hill stays high. He's going to rely on the push of the 11, which he's going to get, and the 2 is just not clear. Hemrick with a big push to the back of the 21. That's going to shove the Austin Hill clear of Creed for now. Into turns 1 and 2 for the final time in stage number 2. Oh boy, this has been really intense. Austin Hill out front, Sheldon Creed in tow. Hemrick leads the outside line. Now here comes Custer jumping out on both of the RCR cars. Where did Cole Custer come from? Sheldon Creed goes down low to pick up a push from Sammy Smith. Here comes Custer, unprotected on the outside. Austin Hill moves up to block it. He's going to open the door for Sheldon Creed down low. Sheldon Creed is there off of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race. RCR versus RCR. Sheldon Creed on the inside, Austin Hill on the outside. The second fiddle trying to get out front here for the stage 2 win, and he's going to get it. Sheldon Creed gets the stage 2 win. Austin Hill second, Cole Custer third, Sammy Smith fourth, Daniel Hemrick in 5th. Woo! Nemechek, Bayne, Kligerman, Mayer, and Chandler Smith. Kligerman picking up a few stage points there, but man, RC, Richard Childress almost was having a heart attack there because I almost did. Now it's 2 stages down. Both were won by our RCR car. 1 stage left. Who's going to get that one? We're up to 15 likes. Thanks to everybody watching. It feels really, really weird. I can't talk too loud, obviously. But trying to bring the energy. I just can't believe I just called him second fiddle as he got the stage win. But I mean, truthfully, that seems how it's been. It feels like he is second fiddle to Austin Hill most of the time. Sheldon Creed, that is. And thanks to everybody watching. We're up to 3,477 subscribers. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, ladies and gents, if you haven't already. Let's get this thing up to 3,500 subscribers, and drop a like if you haven't as well. All right, that's 2 stages in the books, both won by an RCR car, both won by a Chevrolet. I think you're probably going to see another RCR car win Stage 3 or an RCR affiliated car win Stage 3. Cole Custer, Sammy Smith, they're trying to dice it up there. The Toyotas, they definitely got pace. They just don't have the same numbers as Chevrolet. I think their best chance is honestly what we saw there almost at the end of the stage. Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed teammates going at it for the win there in Stage 2. Almost taking themselves out of contention as teammates from winning the stage. I think that's, if you're a non-Chevrolet, your best shot of winning the stage is just hoping the Chevrolets mess it up. Almost like JRM at Daytona where you had Allgaier, Barry, Mayer, and Brandon Jones running top 4 almost the entire spring Daytona race until 2 to go, and they basically just took each other out until none of them ended up getting the victory. But underdogs, I would keep an eye on. Or I guess I wouldn't say underdog. I would just say non-RCR cars because it feels like a non-RCR car is an underdog. Sam Mayer, he has been going crazy this whole time, making moves that almost nobody else seems to be willing to make. So maybe I should say he's probably the most likely to get involved in a crash. Anthony Alfredo has already caused a crash, but he's been running well in the 78. Definitely an underdog to keep an eye on. The 07 to Jay Jaley's run top 15 all day. I don't want to put too much stock in that. It's been a good run. But also, there's just not been many cars that have chosen to try and stay within the lead draft. They have decided to not jeopardize getting taken out in a crash, going for a stage win, and have thought about going for the big win. So I don't want to put too much stock in that 07 car. We haven't really seen what the Jordan Anderson Racing cars can do yet, just because they had that penalty at the start of the race and have been working their way to the front ever since. But the Jordan Anderson cars usually have solid pace on these super speedways, so that's the 22, the 31, and the 27 this weekend. But yeah, I mean, it's Daytona, man. You can't count anybody out. Jeremy Clements won this race a year ago. In the 66, the MBM car finished second place. Those are two small teams. The 66 doesn't even have enough money to race in this year's Daytona race, which is kind of sad. But, anybody can get it done. Last year's race went until after midnight. It's only 9 o'clock. I hope this final stage doesn't take 3.5 hours. But if it must, it must. But we're going to bring you all the action here on Freeman Motorsports. Make sure you don't miss a moment of it by dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button so you can support what we do here at Freeman Motorsports and support me just live streaming out of my college dorm room. Hopefully, we'll get like a setup where I can talk more freely. Or we'll just talk louder. That's more so what I'm saying. Yeah. Guys, right now if it sounds like I'm like loud whispering through the microphone, that's because I am. So, if you think I'm sounding like that, then you have good hearing. Anyways, appreciate the super chat once again from Stupid Roofer in the chat. Appreciate it really so much. $30. That's the new biggest super chat in channel history. This channel is going to 100K. I believe. Appreciate it. Bane knows this track like 2011. Yes, sir. Oh, oops, wrong button. Okay, there we go. Got like a whole new computer set up here. Actually, using my college computer to live stream this, so that's a change up. Go through your running order before they hit pit road here. Now we're going to see some people that topped off under that last caution. Are they going to stay out? I think Cole Custer actually might have been one of them that he charged to the front. But we'll see if anybody stays out here on pit road. Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill are going to lead him down. Everybody is certainly within their field window to make it to the end of the race, unless we have like 100 laps of overtime, basically. That's an exaggeration. Regardless. Anybody going to stay out? It doesn't look like it. I'm kind of surprised by that. Anyways, 2 tires. So now what we got to keep an eye on. I think you're definitely going to see some 2 tires. Very slow stop on the 2 Sheldon Creed. 2-tire stop, but it took 8 seconds. Same thing with Austin Hill. A 2-tire stop, that's a good one. Probably going to take 5 seconds or so. Cole Custer, 9-second 2-tire stop. Looks like Creed's going to win the race off of pit road. And as I say that, Sam Mayer almost wrecks it pulling out of his pit stall. But Sam Mayer with no tires. Same thing with Justin Allgaier. No tires. Have gone out and moved up. So now it's Mayer. I said Mayer was going crazy. He was going gung-ho. Is out front. Creed, Allgaier, Hill, Sammy Smith, Custer, Barry, Kligerman, or Nemechek, Kligerman, and Bane are your top 10. So all the JRM cars took no tires, and man, Mayer almost wrecked that thing pulling out of the pit stall. Looked like that one Indy 500 crash from this year. I think that could definitely be a factor in tomorrow night's race. 2-tire strategy, no tire strategy. I mean, it's Daytona. I mean, tires matter somewhat. I mean, not really going to affect your speed. It's going to affect maybe your car handling capability. So if you have an ill-handling race car, you're probably not going to want to go with no tires, jeopardize wrecking out. But it definitely could be a way to get some quick track position. Now we'll go through a new running order after this caution. Also, free pass goes to the 35 of Joey Gase. Now he's just 1 lap down. I believe they had some sort of problem. I don't know what, but they had to come down under green and lost a few laps. Riley Herbst still 3 laps down in 30 seconds. So I guess if we get a bunch of cautions and nobody goes lap down through all that process, then he could get back into contention, but he's really just hoping cars crash out. And then from the one big one we've had so far today, which was caused by Kyle Weatherman going up the, or not Kyle Weatherman, Anthony Alfredo in the 78 going up the track while at 3 wide in the tri-oval, getting into the side of the 9 of Brandon Jones. And Brandon Jones, somebody runs into the side of you, he overcorrects. The 78 is able to get away, but he takes out the 25 and the 9 and a few others throughout that process. Man, the ones that are out is Weatherman, Joe Graff Jr., Natalie Decker, Brandon Jones, Connor Mozak, and Alex Guente. So here's your new running order. Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, Ryan Ellis in the top 5. I didn't see his name on the pit road monitor. I think that, I don't know, but that, I believe, is incorrect. Sammy Smith, Cole Custer, Josh Berry, John Nemechek, Parker Kligerman, Trevor Bain, your top 10. Then Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Anthony Alfredo, Jeremy Clements, Kaz Gralla, J.J. Yaley, Greg Galding, Josh Williams, and Jeffrey Earnhardt, your top 20. Then Ryan Sieg, Jeb Burton, Blaine Perkins, Parker Retzlaff, Kyle Sieg, your top 25. Then everybody else, I believe, is now coming down pit road on this next lap. Try and come down pit road when it's less busy to, I guess, less likely to be involved in an incident. We've got 15 likes here, guys. Appreciate it. If you hit that like button, let's get this thing up to 20 likes. Appreciate it. I've had over 200 viewers on the night. Thanks for everybody watching. Yeah, thanks to everybody watching. Okay. All right, yeah, and share the channel with a NASCAR friend if you're new here, and you got other NASCAR friends. I sadly do not have many NASCAR friends, but we can try and be friends through Freeman Motorsports or whatever. Check out social media as well, freeman.motorsports. And now here comes the choose cone. Sam Mayer goes high, Sheldon Creed goes low, Justin Allgaier goes high, Austin Hill goes low, Sammy Smith goes high, Cole Custer goes low, Josh Berry high, Kligerman low, Nemechek high, Bain low. Yeah, the lane you choose pretty much comes down to where your teammate is, and if you don't have a teammate, then you're just going to the shortest line. So you got Junior Motorsports cars on the outside with no tires, and you got RCR cars on the inside with 2 tires. I'm going to go with the RCR cars on this one, but I could be proven wrong. I think both are going to be very aggressive to try and get ahead of the other, Sam Mayer and Sheldon Creed. I mean, Sam Mayer, he was hungry for that first win for so long, and now he's gotten that first win and second win, but I think that in some ways have almost made him more hungry to get another win. So keep your eye on the one of Sam Mayer. Also, looking at the poll, Hill still leads with the majority 55%, Allgaier with 5%, Haley with 15%, and Nemechek with 25%. We might update that if some people get crashed out, but thanks to everybody watching tonight. All right. 35 to go, ladies and gentlemen. The show is just beginning. Actually, we're into the final third of the race. In the first 2 thirds, we're dominated by 2 numbers, the 2 and the 1. Specifically, the 2 of Sheldon Creed and the 21 of Austin Hill. Sam Mayer now out front, though, for the first time today. He's trying to mix it up. Will we see anybody else come out here to play with the big boys? We'll see an underdog victory. Want to be the first time at Daytona. Here we go. 34 laps to go. This is it. The final stage at Daytona. Anybody can win. The pace car pulls off. In the Geico restart zone, they go for possibly the final time tonight. The green flag is back out from the Wawa 250. That's right, Wawa gas stations in the Northeast. Whatever. Let's go. Pretty even off the line. Sheldon Creed down low with a good push from Austin Hill. Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, teammates on the outside fading back. Sheldon Creed's clear by a car length on the inside. Cole Custer not really there to help Austin Hill. Now there's going to be a run coming on the outside, but here goes Josh Berry poking out to the outside of Sammy Smith. He's trying to get with his two JRM teammates at the front of the field, but that also aligns the two teammates of Sammy Smith and Jonathan Nemechek in the middle. And, oh boy, going down the back straightaway, we are 3 wide, like 4 rows deep. Everybody knows this could be their last moment to get to the front of the field. It's going to be a madhouse from here to the finish. The 22, Jeb Burton making moves up the inside. At the front, though, it's Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill, clear of the rest of the pack. And they're doing these in-car cameras, and I cannot see anything that is going on from this in-car camera except that they are 3 wide and really close together and could probably crash at any moment. Okay, Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill are clear at the front of the field. They're both single file, your top 2. Then they're 3 wide for 3rd place on back. Cole Custer is on that outside line. Sammy Smith in the middle. And Parker Kligerman down low. That inside line starting to fall apart, though, as they go down the back straightaway. Everybody's pushing really hard. Austin Hill giving a push to the back of the 2. We haven't seen the teammates play nice all night, but I'm going to imagine that they're going to play together until maybe we get to about 5 to go in the stage. They're going to work together to stay out front, so that way they're in position to win, and then they're not necessarily teammates anymore. But you got 3 Joe Gibbs teammates now lined up, leading that inside line. We'll see what they can do against the Chevrolets on the outside. 32 laps to go from Daytona. This is make or break now. Kind of Cole Custer is the highest forward right now in 3rd place, but truthfully, he's the odd man out. He doesn't have anybody of his manufacturer around him. There's really nobody he can go with who he knows is going to push him. So for now, it's almost like he just has to stay in line behind these 2 RCR cars and just kind of try his best to hold his own. And that inside line, pretty much almost everybody's just gone single file to the top. You just got 4 cars at the front of the field trying to make that inside line work, and it's the 3 Joe Gibbs cars and Parker Kligerman. 31 laps to go. Austin Hill kind of poked low on Creed there for just a moment at the front. Also, Jordan Anderson has lost a lap somehow, and Joey Gase and him are both 1 lap down. Then Riley Herbst is now 2 laps down. He must have taken the wave around at some point. Oh, big run from Sammy Smith down low. How about that? Your 4 cars on the inside versus essentially like 20 on the outside line are out driving the outside line off of turn 2 there. Now the outside gets the run down the center of the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4, but just 4 cars on the inside line are holding their own together. I'm really surprised by that. Usually it's just that strength in numbers, but right now those Joe Gibbs cars are proving that they've got some serious pace in those Toyotas. 30 laps to go now from Daytona. 70 complete. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Let me know in the chat who's going to win. Once again, Sammy Smith surging head down low. He might be able to clear Sheldon Creed here if he wants, but is he going to go with Creed or is he going to go with his teammates? We'll see. He's going to go back down low and go with Bain. Kind of surprised by that. I mean, I know you don't want to leave your teammates out to dry, but at the same time, I mean, you've almost got to get up there and go for that lead. You don't know if that outside line's finally going to get formed up and drive by you, and then you're going to drop all the way down to 25th or something. Now the 18 is almost 2-3 car lengths clear of Sheldon Creed, and it's the 19 side-by-side with the 21 that's trying to also get up and clear Creed for the lead. Now here comes Creed. He's going to duck down to the inside and try and swerve his way from the bottom back up to the top to get around the 18, and here we go. Now Trevor Bain is bailing on Sammy Smith and getting alongside him for second place. I don't know if that was the right move. And now they've only got 3 cars working together on the inside. Big push from the 21 to the 18. Oh boy, Sammy Smith almost lost it there going down the back straightaway. Joe Gibbs almost saw all of his cars go up in smoke. Now Trevor Bayne's going to pull side by side with Sheldon Creed for the lead off of turn number 4. The action is just nonstop right now, guys. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Woo! And Sammy Smith almost lost it. Now at the front of the field, you got Parker Kligerman making it 3 wide to the inside of Sammy Smith and somebody in the outside line. Sammy Smith tried to get back down with his Toyota teammates, but the 48's not letting him. Honestly, I think that's going to hurt this inside line's momentum. Meanwhile, the 19 and the 2 are side drafting at the front of the field. The 20 trying to help his teammate as best they can, but it's 2v like 10. And into turns 3 and 4. 26 laps to go next time by at the stripe. Clock is running out. You can feel it. Intensity picking up. Trevor Bayne with an aggressive side draft through the trial. Well, he's going to lead this lap at the line. How about that for Trevor Bayne? In the number 19, he gets us Toyota. Man, he has no help from behind right now. That inside line, actually, as I say that, further back outside, we'll say the first 6 or so rows, they're starting to get formed up. I can't quite see who that is, but other drivers are starting to go to that inside line. Give them more support. Another big push from the 21 to the back of the 2. I think we are going to see a wreck tonight happen on that back straightaway. I mean, we often see wrecks on that back straightaway. Somebody gets a big push to the rear of somebody, and they just can't control it, and they go spinning and take out a whole bunch of cars with nowhere to go. Oh, boy, and almost that time into the trial oval, the 20 gave a push to the back of the 19 that almost sent him around. These pushes get bigger and bigger and bigger until they're too big to control. Now, Bayne is clear of Creed on the inside. He can slide up to the top if he wants to go there. Off of turn number 2, he's going to stay down low with the Toyotas for now. And that inside line is really surging ahead as now Nemechek in second place is also clear of Creed. And they're going to try and slide up into turns 3 and 4 and then just going to cut back down to the inside. And now Nemechek's going to go up and cover off the 2 through the center of turns 3 and 4, but that's going to open the door for Sammy Smith down low. Now he's going to be side by side with his teammate. Nemechek's now kind of pinned up there in that top line. Can't come back down to the inside. Now Nemechek leads the outside line. You got 3 Toyotas running 1, 2, 3. Joe Gibbs likes that picture right now. He wants the race to end in this very moment. Trevor Bayne out front still. Now he's going to cut back down low ahead of Sammy Smith. Inside line, outside line are side by side about 10 rows deep. Still about 25 cars in this lead draft. And the 18 tried to merge up there into near the 20, and they got together, and it hurt their momentum, and now the 20's going backwards. He's in the sucker hole with no help from behind. He might be able to find a hole behind the 18. We'll see here. He's looking for it, but it's not there. But Kligerman, the big winner of that, cut to the inside, made it 4 wide. Kligerman is up to second place now behind Trevor Bayne. 25 to go, going to be 24 to go this time as we go through the tri-oval. And it's Bayne and then Kligerman 1-2 at the front. They're single file. Then they're side by side for second with Sammy Smith on the inside of Creed. Then they're 3 wide there for a moment for what is 5th place. 24 laps to go. All right, hold on. All right. So, laps continue to wind down. 24 to go. We almost lost it that time through the tri-oval with a big push from the 20 to the back of the 19. Trevor Bayne just holding on to it. We all know what he can do at this racetrack, coming off the Cinderella story win back in 2011 and just his second career start. Now he comes down, covers off the 18, once again going through the tri-oval. Going to be 23 to go this time by at the line. You got all 3 Toyotas lined up down low. Once again, Kligerman leads the outside with the help from affiliates, the 2 and the 21. Further back of the pack, they're still working it out 3 wide. But at the front, the Bayne, Sammy Smith are both clear single file. And don't look now, Sam Mayer, once again, he's been the wild card all night. 4th car on the inside line. Now Bayne and Sammy Smith are going to try and slide up to cover off Kligerman on the outside. Now Kligerman's there on the outside of the 18. So Bayne's flying solo. Now here comes Sam Mayer, just called it. pulls to the inside. Nemechek, that's going to shuffle one of the Toyotas out. He's in the sucker hole. He's going backwards. He's outside the top 10 now. And just like that, Sammy Mayer pops out the 20. Now he's up to 5th place. And now it looks like he's going to get to the inside of the 18 here, into the Trial, and he's going to get another one. There you go. Sam Mayer working on the inside. He's got his teammate Justin Allgaier behind him. Don't look now. Trevor Bayne, Sam Mayer on the inside. The only negative of that is that he's really hurt that inside line's momentum, shuffling out those 2 Toyotas that were leading there. Now Bayne is up top. Kligerman is backing up a huge run to Creed here as they go through the center of turns 3 and 4, or 1 and 2. And down the back straightaways, Kligerman going to pull out with it. We'll see. He's going to stay in line for now. Sam Mayer still leads that inside line, but they are really discombobulated now. Going to have to regroup and regain numbers. But it's Bayne leading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9 Chevrolets all in that outside lane. So Bayne is the odd man out, that's for sure, at the front of the field right now. Just like that, Sam Mayer was making those dicey moves, but it hurt the numbers of the inside line so much that it's killed their momentum. And we're back to single file on the outside line throughout pretty much your top 8 cars. So it's going to take a while for that inside line to regroup momentum, but it's 21 laps to go. And the intensity is definitely not going to slow down. You got Bayne out front in the Gibbs car. Then you got 3 RCR cars behind him. Then you got 2 Collard cars. And then the 78 of Anthony Alfredo, the underdog, trying to get that win to lock that team into the playoffs. Now the 2's going to have a run from the 21 here. Going to get to the 48. And it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, the cut line's looking like Kligerman's 30 points to the good over Riley Herbst, who once again had those problems early on, had that flat tire. He's 3 laps down in no man's land. And then Hemrick and Creed are both 60-plus points to the good, so if they finish where they are, they'll be very comfortable coming out of here and going into Darlington next weekend. Now Creed going to pop to the inside of Kligerman, going for 2nd place. Bayne's going to block it, but Creed is going to move up, get around the 48. He's up to 2nd now, and once again, Sam Mayer, just that slight bobble on the top side, he's able to pull all the way up to being side-by-side for 2nd place with Sheldon Creed. He's got help from the 7 and the 22. Down the back straightaway, Kligerman pushing the back of the 2. The 19 still is just kind of the sitting duck, the lone Toyota inside of the top 10 right now. And he's going to cut down to cover off the 1. I don't think that was the right move. Creed's going to have a run around the top side. He's able to get back up to cover off the 2 car. And through the trial yet again, 19 laps to go. Clock is really starting to tick down. Sam Mayer trying to make things happen. Like I said, it's wreckers or checkers for this one car the way he's been driving tonight. Bayne doing a great job of managing the outside and the inside line right now. We're staying 2 wide throughout your top 10 or so. Haven't seen much 3 wide action at the front of the field in quite some time. Last time we did, ended up in a big one. Yeah, that inside line, the key players right now on that inside line trying to move it forward are the 1, the 7, the 22. Those 3 guys trying to move it up to the front. You also got the 10 and then the 20 and the 31. Those are the guys leading the inside line. Now here comes Sam Mayer. He's side by side with Bayne, and Sam Mayer's going to lead this lap. Now 17 laps to go. Sam Mayer's out front for the first time tonight, but he's not clear of the 19, and the 19's going to surge back ahead of the lead into turns 1 and 2. But that inside line is formed up, and the 19's not clear to go down and block it. He's relying on a push from the 2, but it's not there right now. He's going to side draft the 1 through the centers of turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, he's going to try and break away from the 1 car to clear that side draft. Down the back straightaway, can't clear him. They're still side by side. It's a drag race. Who's got the bigger run right now? And it looks like it's Sam Mayer with a big run now into turn 3. They're just still door to door for the lead of this race. Your top 20 cars, throw a blanket over him right now. Sam Mayer edging ahead through the centers of turns 3 and 4. Now he is clear of Bayne. He is clear of Bayne. If he wants to go up and block it, he can. And that's what he's going to do going through the trial. Sam Mayer is your leader at Daytona. And now he's going to go back down to co with his teammate Justin Allgaier. I mean, I do have to say, so far we have not seen many teammates sticking with teammates. The RCR guys have been dicing up. The Gibbs cars have been dicing it up. Yeah, Sam Mayer is now the new control cars. He's clear of the inside and the outside line. He can go back and forth. Except just as I say that, he has put himself in a situation where the 19 is on his right rear quarter panel through turns 3 and 4. Now the inside line should have the run here. So I think he'll clear him again. So he will clear him again as they go into the tri-oval. I think right now Sam Mayer is just going to stick with the 7 car. I think those two teammates will play together. 15 laps to go. JRM's trying to get redemption for Daytona right now. The spring Daytona race. The opening race of the season. Thanks for everyone watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, we got about 12 people in here. Appreciate it. Let's get this thing up to 20 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be live tomorrow night, most likely. And now here comes Allgaier. Just as I say, they're going to play together. Allgaier goes to the outside of Sam Mayer through turns 3 and 4. And Allgaier's got the advantage. Now Mayer down low with the 22 on his bumper. Now the 7's leading the outside with the 19 on his. And he's going to be clear of the 1. And he will slide down and basically just do a switcheroo there with the 1. And now Nemechek's going to get the odd man out card again in the middle. Except he's got his teammate, the 18 of Sammy Smith, going with him. So now they're 3x3, 3 rows deep. Just outside your top 3 cars. That's a lot of 3s. Allgaier out front, Sam Mayer in tow. Teammates 1-2. Then Gibbs in third. Bain in third. Woo, late block there. Late block there from Mayer. Not going to work out. Now he is separated from the 7. The 1 leads the inside. The 7 leads the outside. The 19 is the second car in that outside line. Creed's pushing him. Nemechek now once again in no man's land in the middle. Sammy Smith decided he had enough and bailed back down to the inside behind the 22 of Jeb Burton in that Jordan Anderson car. And now Allgaier will be your next new leader here at Daytona. 14 laps to go. We're just cycling around cars here at the top. Allgaier out front by about 2 car lengths ahead of Bain. He's a little far out. Sheldon Creed might have a big run coming here as Parker Kligerman is trying to push him down the back straightaway. And it's just not going to, it's going to be too little too late here. Now your top 4 all single file on the outside. Sam Mayer's first one side by side, but just as I say that, Trevor Bain pulls out on Justin Allgaier through turns 3 and 4. He dives down to the bottom of the racetrack, going to try and slide in front of this 7, and he's got it. That was a beautiful move there by the 19 of Trevor Bain. Beautiful move. Trevor Bain is showing his Super Speedway talent here tonight. The 7 in second place, the 2 in third. Mayer continuing to try to be that wrecking ball on the inside, trying to make something happen. He's got the 22 and the 18 now pushing him. This lead draft's got about the top 20 cars in it now. And, here comes the 21. He's going to pull out on the 48. He's going to bring the 2 and the 16 with him, and this is going to completely jumble up your running order at the front now. You got 2 RCR cars on the inside. Going to try and get along the 19. Yes, they will. Sheldon Creed surges ahead. Bain's back to second place, and Sheldon Creed's going to be leading once again, but can Bain sneak in between the 2 and the 21? He can't, but he's going to be able to pull back alongside the 2. At the line, I think it was Creed by an inch. I'm not totally sure. Oh boy, this has been intense all the way. I thought they were about to go to a full screen commercial break. I was about to lose my mind. Ty Gibbs on the outside. I keep saying that. Trevor Bain on the outside. Sheldon Creed on the inside. On row 2, it's Allgaier and Austin Hill. Row 3, Kligerman on the outside. Chandler Smith on the inside. Row 4, Hemrick on the outside. Sam Mayer on the inside. And they're just 2 by 2, about 10 rows deep in this lead draft. Few stragglers further back, waiting for some chaos to happen. But it's Bain leading the outside. He's a little bit ahead of Creed as they go across the stripe this time. Actually give the advantage to Creed now, once again. He's got Hill on his bumper, whereas Bain has got Allgaier. 10 laps to go now. 10 laps to go. Intensity is picking up. Jesse Jones, this is a heck of a race. That is for sure. Yeah, Bain is just showing his skill. He's taking everybody to school. It's going to be Hill's a stupid roofer. Let's go, Bain, says Rex Jenkins. Thanks to everybody watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Down the back straightaway. Not seeing too much crazy movement right now. Just kind of ebbing back and forth between Bain and Creed at the front of the field. Allgaier's kind of backing up a run on that outside line. Ooh, the 16 got swirly off the nose of Mayer there off of turn 4. And the 16 is not happy about it, and he's going to shove Mayer in the sucker hole. Sammy Smith's going to go with him. And now we're going to be 3 wide further back outside the top 10. That's going to shuffle up the momentum game here now. And the big loser in that, I think, is actually the 22. He's going to drop a couple places. But it's Bain out front. Creed down low. Allgaier pushing Bain still. And they've just sorted it out just like that once again. And it's another Toyota in the sucker hole at the back of this lead draft. This time being Sammy Smith. That's like the one consistent pattern here so far tonight. Except it hasn't been Trevor Bain. And I probably just jinxed him. It's just there. Oh, activated the wrong thing. Laps winding down, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. Give me your last picks. Or are we going to have another big one? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Another big one? I've only had one so far tonight. I really wouldn't even say it was a big one. Only 5 cars taken out. This summer Daytona race in the Xfinity Series and in the Cup Series has been hectic over the last 2 years. Are things about to get crazy? We're going to find out. 8 laps to go. Trevor Bain goes down low to cover off Creed. Now he's going to have to choose high or low. Is he going to go block off Allgaier up to high? He's going to go there. He's going to cover it in time. Creed's going up to heavy side draft at 7, but he's going to put himself in the sucker hole, and his teammate leaves him. Austin Hill bails on the 2, and on the 19 has to go and block the 21, and the 2 of Creed is in the sucker hole, and he's going backwards. Oh, and the 22 almost gets turned. Oh, my. And he's going around, and he might just save it. And he does, and they're spinning further back in the pack. Man, that was an insane save by Jeb Burton. Oh, my goodness, but some green car is destroyed. I don't know if that was the grass or he ran into the back of somebody. That's the 43 of Ryan Ellis with heavy damage. And the 44 of Cesar Baccarella. Ooh, that's the boss and that's the driver. We'll see who took each other out. Was it the boss man that took out the driver or the driver that took out boss man? Either way, I wouldn't want to be in that scenario. Jeb Burton brings that 22 car to the attention of his crew. That was... There you go. That's the caution, guys. That's the caution. Things are about to get really crazy. Oh, the 10, I think, also got some damage in that yet again. Oh, the 10 got some damage in that earlier incident. I thought he was able to get away clean, but it looks like not. And the 44, Cesar Baccarella, his day is done. Now that 43 is all torn up as well. His day is done. So now it's going to be up to just the 45, Jeffrey Earnhardt. He's the lone Alpha Prime car left in this one. And this looks like it might be a long cleanup as they're going to have to tow away this 43 and 44 off this front stretch area. So free pass will be the 27 of Jordan Anderson. And assuming the 44 and the 43 are both out of this race, that'll put us to 28 cars on the lead lap, I believe. And 30 cars still in this race. There we go. Quick math. Okay, so this all starts with the 2 of Creed going backwards, and then the 22 gets loose. Oh, the 22 just gets loose all on his own there. I thought he might have got him push or aero type, but he just gets loose all on his own. I mean, we've seen that before here in that same spot on this racetrack. That's not unfamiliar territory. 22 gets loose, almost saves it. I mean, does a great job of not overcorrecting it all the way to putting it in the wall head on. We've seen that before as well. But when you get that sideway in one of these, it's almost a miracle if you don't touch something. And he just gave that right front just a little kiss on the outside wall. I mean, I'm sure it's not driving as pretty as it was before, but all things considered, he should be very happy with that outcome compared to what things could have been in that 22 car. Probably won't even lose the lap because of that. Thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm British now. Let's get this thing up to 20 likes, guys. I appreciate it. I'm talking like I'm Scott McLaughlin. Shout out to Stupid Roofer once again with the $30 super chat. Hills up to third. Now I'm trying to see. I don't think they have a camera angle of that crash in the back. Or we'll see. There might. Oh, this might be the angle. So they reckon up in front. Oh, and the 44 just doesn't check it down enough. That's all on the 4. Oh, that's a hard hit for the 43. Yikes.
44 just does not hit the brakes in time, or just doesn't hit the brakes at all, and he tags the 10 of Justin Haley, who's the innocent bystander, and then the 10 goes spinning into the door of the 43, who gets the real short end of the stick there. Oh, almost. Battery's low on the computer, guys, so got to get the battery support in here. Hold up. Okay. Got the computer charging. That's good. We're still going, boys. Yeah, that 44 is killed. And oh boy, my stream just did something goofy. Maybe I accidentally clicked something. We'll go with that. Okay. Hey, over 300 viewers here tonight. I appreciate it. A couple new subscribers. Super chat. That's pretty crazy. Okay, we're going to update the poll now. We're going to update the poll. Who we think's going to win here? Let me know in the chat. Who should we put in the poll? Who's the favorites? I mean, at the front of the field, you got Trevor Bayne. I think we got to put him in. Who wins? Got to put Bayne. That's an easy option. I see it. Vote for Austin Hill. I think also have to include him. I mean, kind of owns this place in the Xfinity series. And then who's also okay? We're gonna put in Mayer because Mayer's been willing to dice things up, and he's won last weekend at Watkins Glen. And then number 4, we'll just say wild card. New poll in the chat. Who's going to get the win here? Let me hear it. Cole Custer coming down pit road as well. Josh Berry, a couple guys putting some finishing touches on their cars. We're running at the very front of the field anyway, so I don't really see any huge risk with doing that, Maybe give yourself just some fresher tires, whatever. Maybe that little advantage that's going to put you just that slight step ahead of everybody else. All right. So, going through the updated running order. Bayne, Allgaier, Hill, Chandler, Smith, Parker, Kligerman. I guess we'll highlight like must wins or I guess people that if they'd win it'd be big. So Kligerman in 5th. And then Mayer, Hemrick, Creed. Hemrick and Creed win big. Alfredo would be a big win. Nemechek, Yaley would be a big win but wouldn't affect playoffs. Sammy Smith, Retzlaff, big win, would affect playoffs. Earnhardt would be a big win but not affect the playoffs. You're only ones that affect the playoffs. Okay, anyways, Greg Galding, Kaz Grall in 16th in the 26th. If he wins, that changes the playoff picture. Then Custer, Williams, Kyle Sieg, I believe if he wins, that changes things. Brett Moffitt, he wins, that changes things. That 25 car has a lot of damage. 51, if he wins, that changes things. 6, the 8, 02, 10, 39, if he wins, that changes things. 27, 35, I'm pretty sure that's about it. 22, so Jeb Burton did drop a lap through that system. So he'll be fine for that free pass. Jordan Anderson's back on lead lap, which puts 27 cars on lead lap. And yet Ryan Ellis and Cesar Baccarella out of this race. And that leaves us with 30 cars in the race, 27 on lead lap. Joey Gase, Jeb Burton both 1 lap down, and Riley Herbst 2 laps down. Honestly, I feel like qualifying for the Cup race tomorrow night, it just Daytona qualifying has never mattered a ton just because it's Daytona. You can move from the back to the front. We have seen with this Cup car, it's not as easy to gain position. I mean, specifically, more so at Atlanta than Daytona and Talladega. But yeah, I think, Bubba's in a great position starting off, already qualified inside of the top 10. And really for Bubba Wallace, I think I would, if it was me, I'd probably just run at the front as long as I could until I lost like a few positions. As soon as I drop back to 10th or 12th, I just bail out of this lead draft entirely, because as soon as you're not really guaranteed stage points, it's just not worth it, because he basically just has to finish the race tomorrow without a new winner, and he's in the playoffs. So unless Suarez is up near the front of the field, making it look like he might win, then I wouldn't. I'd probably play it as safe as possible. But I have a feeling that Bubba's just going to run it at the front as long as he can. You also see drivers that are in the same situation as him, basically race it as if it's all just a must-win. Because, if somebody else wins, it's not them, then they're out of the playoffs. So they might as well race like they have to win. Which I also think in Bubba Wallace's scenario isn't that bad, because even if he crashes, there is somewhat of a chance, if he scores stage points, that he could still, end up making the playoffs if Ty Gibbs finishes the race. He has that 30-point cushion, which is essentially 30 positions. So if Gibbs doesn't get any stage points, and let's say a couple people crash out before Bubba, he finishes like 25th or so, Gibbs would essentially still be pinned into a must-win situation. Yeah, anyway, so Bubba starts from 4th, and then Gibbs does start from 5th, so Gibbs is going to be knocking on the door the whole time. I don't think that it will be enough, though. Technically, Daniel Suarez is also in that picture. I mean, he'd have to go out and win stage 1, I think, to be really taken as a threat in terms of somebody that can point their way in. Suarez only qualified 22nd. Not very impressive. But like I said, you can work your way to the front of the field. No problem. And it looks like we are going to have overtime here, as we have 3 laps to go in regulation. And we're still under the pace car. And you may not be able to hear that. You may be able to hear that. But actually, we are going to get restarted here with 2 laps to go. So if we don't get another caution, things will end on the regularly scheduled distance. Okay, ladies and gents, let's see it. In the poll, got some votes. Majority of you guys are saying Bane's going to get the win. Well, I mean, he's out front right now. Then a vote for Hill and a vote for a wild card. It's going to be Bane on the outside, Allgaier on the inside, then Austin Hill on the outside, Kligerman on the inside, then Chandler Smith on the outside of row 3 with Sam Mayer on the inside of row 3. Hemrick on the outside of row 4 with Nemechek to his inside, then Creed on the outside of row 5 with Sammy Smith to his inside. Here we go. Lights out. 2 laps to go in the Wawa 250, unless we see another caution flag within the next lap. If we make it clean and green through lap number 1 of this restart, then the final flag ends it. Here we go. Trevor Bayne versus Justin Allgaier. 2 laps to go in the Wawa 250 from Daytona. Oh, good restarts from both lanes. I think the inside's got a bit of an edge. Austin Hill's going to pull out on the 19, and the 19's in the wall. That's a big crash. Sam Ayers hooked. The 19's around. The 21's getting hooked, and the whole track is blocked. Nobody has anywhere to go. The 26 is going way low. He avoids it, but the 19 has got the bumper taken off. That's I think, the dumbest move I've seen Austin Hill make in his career. Which, I mean, it wasn't the dumbest. It was a late block from the 19, but I mean, you don't really need to pull out there. Honestly surprised there is not more torn up race cars. A lot of bumper covers are gone. But just not necessary. And that takes himself out of contention pretty much. I mean, the left front is pretty heavily damaged. Like I said, I think they're going slower because they're not even like a couple hundred yards from the start finish line, so anyways, so not even a couple hundred yards from the start-finish line. And the 21 jumps to the outside of the 19, trying to get that lead right away. And the 19 throws the block. I mean, it's a late block from the 19, but, I mean, it's just reflex right there. I'm not going to take it too seriously. I mean, if you have to blame somebody, it's the 19, but I also don't I think I love the move by Austin Hilks. There's just a high chance that guy in front of you is going to throw that late block. Like you're almost setting yourself up for failure. But the people that scraped through at the front were Allgaier, Creed, Kligerman. I mean, really more so your big losers in this are Austin Hill, Trevor Bayne, Jonathan Nemechek, and I believe Chandler Smith were some of the front runners that got the most damage out of that whole scenario. Okay, there goes the garbage truck is gone. All right. Thanks for everybody watching. Okay, so we have a reset now. And we'll see what the new running order is looking like at the front here. Also, Kaz Grala just sees everybody spinning. He just darts as far away from the inside as he can. Oh, the 45, the 07 also got some nicks as well as the 26. I mean, he got a lot of little kisses, okay? Not too much severe damage on a lot of these guys further back. Also, I think Sam Mayer actually got some damage in this here. We'll see. Yeah, 19 throws block. 21 comes down. The 16, yeah, hooks the 1 back up across the racetrack. Then the 45 spins to avoid as well as I think like the 6 and some others further back. So the 1 comes up. The 1, I think the 1's done. I'm pretty sure. We basically have to almost take, I think, everybody out of the pole except Allgaier. Or I don't even know. Did we put Allgaier in? No, we had everybody that was in the pole got taken out. Oh, boy. Yeah, 19, the 16, the 1, the 20, the 21. Then the 07 gets turned. 45 also gets hit by the 07, but not really any sort of significant damage there. I think the 22 actually is going to get the free pass from this. Trying to see who skirts through clean, though. The 7 in the 48, I know. And then the next car, I think, is the 18 actually got some damage in there, too. I think the 2 and the 78 and, like, the 31. Yeah, the 18's on pit road getting damage repair right now. Looking at the leaderboard, nobody is determined out of the race yet from this one. Oh, Joey Gase actually might have been the free pass, not the 27 yet, or the 22. Yeah, Joey Gase gets back on the lap. Attaboy, Joey Gase. The 16's got right, left, front, and that thing is just chewing up the front of that race car. Now, I wonder what it's like in the cockpit when you just feel that tire start to go down and then shred, and you just can't do anything except watch it just slowly destroy your race car. I do think that's an interesting observation by the booth. When the 21 pulls out, I mean, they're locked bumpers him in the 19. And when he turns out, he actually basically pulls the 19 up the racetrack with him because their bumpers are basically locked together. I want to see now if that really... Yeah, that does happen, yeah. I'd say, yeah, when the 21 pulls out, because he's on the bumper of the 19, the 21... I switch my mind. Once again, still, dumbest move by Austin Hill, I agree. Pulls out, still locked bumpers with the 19, basically, and essentially just sends the 19 almost spinning, and then he's kind of just in the path of where the 19 goes. He pulls up, and the 19 loses control for a minute, and then tries to block it. Like, I'd say, I don't even know. Here, got to put up a new poll in the chat because everybody got taken out. Yeah, Jesse Jones now rooting for the wild card. Oh, yeah, thanks for Stupid Roofer for plugging the Instagram. Start a new poll. Who wins Daytona? So you got to put Allgaier now. Oh, Allgaier's got 2 L's. Then you got Allgaier. I guess Kligerman, man. That's an underdog right there, but let's go. And then, who's someone that's been up there? We'll say Creed because he's back there, or he's close enough. I'll just say give us our good old wild card option, which now we do have a lot more wild cards near the front. And we do have overtime. You got Kligerman in second, Retzlaff in third, Anthony Alfredo in 6th, Greg Galding in 7th, Kaz Grala 8th, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Josh Williams all inside that top 10. The 21, meanwhile, is getting some repair. He's about to get back out on the track. as they run, Kligerman 27 points to the good over Riley Herbst. Hemrick 61 points to the good, and Sheldon Creed 62 points to the good. So honestly, they're in good positions now, but that can essentially almost only go down because they're all running inside of the top 5. And whereas Herbst is kind of stuck back in like 20th and can only gain positions from people crashing out ahead of him. Yeah, and looking at this leaderboard again, I think everybody involved in that crash is going to be able to keep going no problem. Just some pretty damaged race cars, and I don't think there's anything that's damaged beyond repair. Chandler Smith's might be after that tire damage. Right, we got some votes. We got to vote for Allgaier. We got to vote for Crew. We got to vote for a wild card. Okay, let me know in the chat. Who's winning? Who's winning? Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Up to almost 350 viewers on the night. Couple new subscribers tonight. I appreciate it. 23 subscribers away from 3,500. We got a dog barking somewhere. Allgaier goes low. Kligerman goes high. Hemrick goes high. Krieg goes low. Alfredo goes high. Retzlaff goes low. Earnhardt goes low. Galding goes high. Gralla goes high. And Williams goes low. Honestly, outside of your top 4, everybody is a complete underdog. And even people within your top 4 would be considered underdogs. Yeah, season wins. Inside of the top 20, only 2 drivers have won all season. And that's Allgaier in first and Custer in second. So 18 drivers inside the top 20 are searching for their first win of the year. So very likely we're going to see somebody pick up their first win of the season. Unless Allgaier can hold them off. Dang, I did not realize that. Basically, is Allgaier going to ruin the underdog show? Going to get restarted next time by Parker Retzlaff. I think is a sleeper right here. I mentioned him earlier. Ran top 5 in the first race of the season here at Daytona. Running in the 6th position here late once again. Crew chiefs giving their drivers their last pep talks. Also, the 7 is coasting. Coasting on the apron. I don't believe he's on a gas, but probably just trying to save anything that he can. I don't think anybody was too tight on their fuel window, but they did only take 2 tires. They took no tires, so they did do a gas and go on the 7. We'll see if he's on a gas or not. He's coasting here on the apron. Oh, this could be a big factor. All the JRM cars did gas and go. And I think the 8 did come back down pit road, so really it's only the 7 that you have to worry about. We'll see if we can get it fired up coming into the Geico restart zone. Could be the final restart of the night. 2 laps to go here from the Wawa 250. Allgaier on the inside and Kligerman on the outside. The green flag is back out. Good push on the inside from Creed to the back of the 7. The outside line is not formed up now. Alfredo's going to jump high, bring the 08 with him, but the 26 doesn't go with him. That hurts that outside line's momentum, and the 08 is going backwards. Now he's got some guys helping him on the top side. They're 3 wide further back. Oh, they're already getting swirly. Oh, boy. At the front, though, it's the 7 and the 48 still side by side. Custer trying to make it 3 wide now, and he's bringing Alfredo with him. Creed's got a push from Retzlaff on the inside. That outside's not formed up. Now Custer's trying to go solo from 12th all the way up to 5th already. Let's go, Cole Custer, the lone Ford out here. The 7 and the 48 side by side. We got a big crash. 92 is browned, and there are others. The 20's all torn up now. If he wasn't torn up before, he is now. That's another caution and another overtime. The 8's involved. I think that's the 25. He should be done officially. The 02. Oh, no, not that. Oh, boy, it looked like the 02 almost ran. Oh, and the 20 is big flames there. Big flames. Now the flames have stopped. Now they're still going. Oh, boy. Okay. Try to get that thing rebooted. Not going to happen there. So, oh, and the 51 of Jeremy Clements, the defending winner of the race. That car is up in smoke. His day is essentially done. He might get back out there, collect a result. But, wait, was any of our contenders taken out in there? No. Okay. So, I have to update the poll again. Blaine Perkins still limping around in that 02. The rear bumper just hanging on, man. hey, if you're at that race, you definitely could find your way into getting a free bumper cover. I mean, almost every car out there is losing one. Williams has dropped the window net. So the 92, the 20 are both out of their cars. That's another 2 DNFs. The 51's probably done. That's a third. Free pass this time will go to Jeb Burton. That'll put another car back on the lap. But, oh boy, overtime's continuing on here. And this is bringing us kind of back to last year, man. Everybody willing to do whatever it takes to get a win. Oh boy, the intensity. Not willing to yield. Oh gosh, I missed what happened. Man, the 92 got airborne there for a second. Also, the 19 got damage as well. Let's see, this starts, the 92's on the inside. Oh, this is the 08 comes down. I don't even know. The 02 comes down, actually. I think this is on the 02. Oh, boy, the 92 goes up in the air. All 4 tires off the ground on the nose of the 20. That was almost an insane flip up and over. Definitely a hard hit for the 92. And then the 51 almost avoided it. And then the 25 came in there, kind of arc brakes him, I can't lie. And, oh, yeah, not. Yeah, that was just nowhere to go for all those guys. And 6 cars taken out, probably the 19, 51, 02, 8, 20. And then there's another car off in the grass there. Okay. At the front of the field, the running order didn't change up too much. Allgaier, Kligerman, Creed, Hemrick, Custer, Retzlaff, Galding, Alfredo, Earnhardt, Haley, now your top 10. So I guess from all that, my takeaways is Custer went from 12th to 5th in half a lap. So that 00 is going for it, 110%. And then Retzlaff in 6th, still holding his own, big underdog there, is that 31. He's, below that cut line scenario. Then you also had the 78 in 8th, the 45 in 9th. Now he's not full-time, but Haley 10th, Gralla in 11th, Sieg in 12th, Jordan Anderson in 13th, Kyle Sieg, Sam Mayer, who's back out there. Sam Mayer's still going top 15 right now. Joey Gase, Garrett Smithley. And then we'll see. The leaderboard still kind of got an update from all those crash cars where they're running. Okay, so looks like Bain, Nemechek, Williams are all done. They've all climbed out of their cars. Also, the 07 at J.J. Yaley. Oh, it looks like he had terminal damage in that last incident. Tough break for the 07. He was having a good run today. Yeah, the field's starting to thin down, man. I think after that crash, we're down to about like 23, 24 cars. And with the votes in the chat, we've got Allgaier still leads majority with 38%. Kligerman with a quarter, and Creed with a quarter, then wild card with just a little bit, man. You only got faith in the wild card? Could we see a Retzlaff dub? Imagine 2 Jordan Anderson victories on plate tracks. That'd be big. Maybe Jordan Anderson himself will go to victory here tonight. He's still in it, running top 15. Okay, but hungry for their first win. Keeping tabs. Okay, actually, like that graphic said before, currently, inside of the top 10, there are 2 drivers that have won so far this whole season. That's Allgaier in 1st, Custer in 5th. Nobody else inside the top 10 has won yet this season. Then if you zoom out to the top 15, there's only one more driver that's even won. Actually, you go all the way to the top 19 drivers. There's only 3 cars inside the top 19 that have won this season. Okay, so now that the numbers are starting to come in on who's out of this race and who's not. So Bain, Nemechek, Williams, all going to head to the garage. And I believe Jeremy Clements is joining them, if I'm not mistaken. So that will leave us with 25 cars left in this race. And 20 or so on lead lap. Blaine Perkins, I think, might also be heading to the garage. But he's trying to coast around now there with this damage.
Okay, we got 15 people in here. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get this thing up to 20 likes. Almost there.
Josh Allen is the GOAT. Like always, Josh Allen is the GOAT. Josh Allen is winning Daytona. Let's go, Bills. Maybe we'll do a Bills game on here. Maybe that's going to be the future of Freeman Motorsports in college. It should just be Freeman Sports. Rebrand. I know I've like proposed that idea like dozens of times, it feels like. All right. Okay, Allgaier goes low. Kligerman goes high. Hemrick low. Creed high. Retzlaff low. Custer high. Galding low. Earnhardt high. Gralla low. Haley high. Those are your first 5 rows. So you're going to have Allgaier and Hemrick. I mean, the inside line, you can't really jump out initially. There's just nowhere to go. But outside, I think Creed and... Man, I would say Creed and Kligerman are going to try to stick together. But if Kligerman... Actually, Kligerman winning doesn't really do anything too much because Kligerman's currently above the cut line. It does give one less cushion driver between Creed and the cut line, but it really comes down to points more so than anything. Anyway, so Creed in second. I just know Custer's going wherever they're not. That's what I've seen. Custer's going wherever they're not. And it worked out for him on the last restart. I'm going to look out for that 0-0 on this one. Also, update, guys. At Daytona in the Xfinity Series, cars involved in incidents. In July of 2019, there's 29, February 2020, 24, August 2020, 20, February 2021, 31, August 2021, 13, and I'm trying to see what it says for tonight, man. The graphic's going to disappear. Anyway, well, okay, whatever. But 31 cars with damage. There's only like 5 or so cars left. And once again, Allgaier's coasting on the apron. That 7 car, I would not be surprised if he runs out of gas, especially if we see one more caution flag. And he's not the only one now. You got the 08 also coasting on the apron. Here we go. Off of turn number 4. The 7's going to pull back up onto the racetrack. Kligerman on the outside. Allgaier on the inside. Row 2, you got Creed on the outside. Hemrick on the inside. All Chevrolets in the top 4. Then Custer on the outside of row 3, the lone Ford. Here we go. The pace car is off. 2 laps to go. We're going to try it again in overtime. Green flag is back out. Allgaier trying to win. Kligerman trying to win for the first time this season. Same thing with Hemrick and Creed. And it's a race. Earnhardt's going to try and pull out a line for the back, but he's getting shuffled out by Justin Haley. That inside line is more formed up than the top side. Hemrick giving a good push to the back of Allgaier as we shoot out through turns 1 and 2. Kligerman's got no help from behind. Now here comes Custer with a big push to the back of the 2. The 78's jumping out 3 wide for the back of the pack. Somebody's smoking. Hemrick's going to pull out a line. 7 blocks it down. Now the 31 leads the inside. Here comes the 48 with a run. He's going to push the 11 into turn 3. Where are they going to go? Now the 48's going to go high. Hang out the 11 to dry. The 7 still leads as we go through turn 3 again. Are we going to make it clean and green? So far, so good. Here comes Creed with a push to the back of the 48. Here they're going off the high side. Ooh, the 2 and the 11 make a slight contact. Are we going to see the white flag this time? The 26 spins. The 26 spins. And no caution flag. Oh, come on. They better not throw the caution for that. Anyways, white flag is back out. Here we go. Allgaier leads. Creed has now surged ahead of Kligerman on the inside. The 7 is smoking. Does he have enough gas to make it back around? Here we go. The 2 on the inside with a bit of a push from the 11. The 7 goes down low to block it. They got to stay organized enough to get a run down the back straightaway. There's going to be a run coming on the inside from the 31 to the 11 to the 2. It's a big push. The 2 just hangs on to it. The 7's way out there. Here comes Creed. Could this be his moment? He goes to the outside. He's on the outside of the 7 through turns 3 and 4. It's the 2 versus the 7. Who's going to do it? The 48 might have a run, but it might be too late. Here we go. Off of turn 4. Who's going to get it? It's a drag race. Allgaier on the inside. Creed on the outside. They're going to touch through the tri-oval. They're crashing behind him. It's Allgaier at the line. Oh, boy. I don't even know who it is. I think it's Allgaier. And they crash hard behind him, the 27 and the 8. Oh, boy. I think and Sheldon Creed's still going to come up short Another second place finish. Still not able to get that first career Xfinity Series win. And like I said, only one driver inside of the top 10 had a win already this season. And you know what? It was Allgaier. And guess who wins? Allgaier. I guess he's the only one who can truly get it done. That's why he's a winner already this season. Congratulations, Justin Allgaier. Some other solid results. I mean, Creed, Hemrick finishing second and third, Kligerman in fourth. Cannot be any more can't be any less happy with that result. Custer fifth, Retzlaff in sixth, Ryan Sieg seventh, Alfredo eighth, Gray Galding, Justin Haley round out your top 10. Then Earnhardt, Jeb Burton, Kyle Sieg, Joey Gase, and Jordan Anderson still gets credited with a 15th place finish. Then Garrett Smithley, Josh Berry, Brett Moffitt, Sam Mayer, Kaz Grala round out your top 20. All your lead lap finishers. And Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, each 1 lap down. Riley Herbst 2 laps down in 24th. So, I mean, he still has a decent points day today. I mean, not decent, but it could have been worse. Thankfully, so many cars crashed out that gave him positions. Blaine Perkins in 25th. And then here come your DNFs. Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, John Nemechek, Trevor Bayne, J.J. Yaley, Cesar Baccarella, Ryan Ellis, Kyle Otherman, Joe Graff Jr., Natalie Decker, Brandon Jones, Connor Mozak, and Alex Guente, and Allgaier burning it down in that 7 car. Now, this is not the starting point for the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. That is still not for a few weeks at Bristol. But still, the playoff picture starting to take more shape as now Riley Herbst has work to do to get himself above the cut line before Bristol. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Stupid Roofer, once again, thanks for the $30 super chat. But with that, I'm going to end it. See you guys tomorrow night. I'm out.